Good morning, you gardeners. Fabulous to have you all with us this morning. It's Thursday, it's 10 a.m, and we are going to be here for 2 hours across Facebook, across YouTube, and on the YouGarden website with an amazing new selection of offers. I know you've already seen the Salvia Amistad, the big one that's coming up. The price on that is incredible. We've got new bulbs as well. We've got spring planting. We've got some amazing prices on some perennials as well, because we're going to get more moved out. Clear the nursery for winter. There won't be anything on the nursery in winter, Bex, will there?
It's full, though, at the moment.
There will. We've got loads
is.
of new stuff coming in all the time. If you don't know Bex Edwards, here
Hello.
she is, the plantopedia herself. She knows everything about all of the plants in the shed. If you've got any questions, get them into us as soon as you can. You can chat with us on YouTube, you can chat with us on Facebook, or you can send us an email into YGTV@yougarden.com. We'll show your pictures if you want to send us anything that's growing in your garden you want to show off, or if you've got any questions about something in your garden and you're not quite sure what to do with it at this time of year, we can try and help you out there. Email us now, ygtv@yougarden.com.
Is it fixed now?
Yeah, the email. I fixed it yesterday.
Good.
But it'll still be Bex on the iPad today.
Yay!
I'm not going to take a jobs from her.
Woohoo!
Now, if you haven't watched YouGarden TV this morning, if you haven't watched it before, then you join us this morning at a great time. It's a perfect time of the year for planting all of your bulbs ready for spring. It's a great time of the year for planting evergreens. It's going to be bare root season too. There's still a lot of gardening to do at this time of year. We've got a lot of special offers to help you get that done. The main thing you're going to need is our special offer code, YGTV. 3925. That's what you put in the offer code box on our website at yougarden.com, or if you're going to call us on the phone lines, just make sure you say you've got that offer code to use, and that's going to get you all of the special offers, all of the discounts, and it'll always get you free shipping, free postage and packaging on everything you see in the shed. And if you're a club member, if you're not a club member, don't worry, it's really easy to join, but if you are a club member, you're going to get 15% off all the prices we're showing you. The best value from YouGarden is to watch YouGarden TV and be a discount club member. There's no more affordable way to shop with YouGarden. If you like our products, then it's the best way to get the deals. The first thing we want to show you today, Bex, is this Salvia Amistad.
Yeah, so this is a fantastic plant and something we're very excited about bringing into the shed, because this is the 3 litre. It's very, very beautiful, and this is all about your late season colour. We want you to have the best gardens for as long as possible, all year round in actual fact. You can have some colour, so you can have some flowers, you can have some beauty, and Salvia Amistad is one that's going to flower for you much later on in the season. Now, this is what they are looking like on the nursery at the moment. We were out, weren't we, the other day, having a little wander through the nursery, and this is what we saw. They are all looking like this.
Stood out a long way to us.
It did. Look at these gorgeous flowers. So they're a really rich, deep purple colour that we've got here. And they flower from the base up to the tip. So there is always something interesting to look at. You can constantly go out and see something different happening. It actually starts blooming in summertime. So this can start flowering from about June, but it's going to keep going. We're nearly at the end of September. It'll go through October and often trickling into November as well. So we're talking several months of colour, and it is a vigorous growing plant as well. We have been amazed at how many times this has had a prune and a chop down.
Let's find one of the cut points. This has been cut down at least twice since it's been growing this season, maybe 3 times. Look, here's a point here. Look, it's been cut down to there. Can we see that point? That's where it's been cut down to. And then look how much more plant has re-established since it's been cut down, just in one season. It's a beautiful height for mid-borders for my eyes.
I just broke that one.
Why are you snapping the stems?
Sorry.
That was the latest flower that hadn't come out yet. Sorry. Unbelievable.
Whoops. What I wanted to show was how actually the the cutting really does make a difference. So, for example, this one here, where it was cut, it's then formed 2 stems coming off it, which are both holding the flower spikes. If it had been left, that would have been 1 flowering stem. So actually the cutting on this gives stability at the base of the plant, but then causes that branching, which means you're going to get more flowering stems from this. So it's well worth doing, but it's something that will grow really quickly in your garden.
Hail Hydra, cut off 1 head and 2 more shall take its place.
Yeah, exactly that.
A beautiful purple flowering autumn special for you here. We talk about late summer colour. I think it is still officially summer until like the weekend.
It depends whether you're looking at the meteorological or the... We're in autumn. I don't care.
Let us know. Are we still in summer? Let us know in the chat. Are we still in summer? Are we officially in autumn now? I think we're officially in autumn because I put the heating on last night.
It's cold.
That's my line.
The thing is, we're getting warm afternoons, but it's chilly the rest of the time, isn't it? But this is going to add that gorgeous colour into your garden. It's got the RHS Award of Garden Merit. It's got the badge that says it's perfect for pollinators. It's an absolute magnet to pollinators. They adore this. So it's a wonderful one for late season to give them that food source. It's pretty tough. It can cope with cold weather. I would definitely consider a good layer of mulch over the bottom of it, over the top of it over winter, so that you can ensure that it gets through. It's sort of what we'd call borderline hardy, so a good layer of mulch will get it through. If you deadhead, you'll encourage more flowers to come through, and it's what we would call a herbaceous perennial. So eventually it will die back down, but then reliably just coming back for you every year and reaching a good height, about 1.2 metres, so about 4 feet in height is what it will reach.
So go to a little bit of hiding over the winter, but it's going to come back for you every year, just like this. Beautiful cascading purple flowers, and there's so much that is appealing about this plant, especially the price.
I know, look at that.
$10.99. $10.99 is all you'll pay if you use the offer code YGTV3925. And because you're a YouGarden TV customer, you're going to get free postage. And if you're a Discount Club member, you're paying under £10 for a plant like this delivered.
I know.
Go to your garden centre today. Actually, don't. But if you did go to your garden centre today and you saw a plant this size in flower and you want to pay under £10 to get it home, I don't think you stand a chance.
I love
That's
this.
the value you get with YouGarden. If you want that club price, the price in yellow on the screen, you're getting 15% off. All you have to do is join our discount club. We'll tell you more about this later, but the simple method of putting it across is £10 is all you pay for a year, and that's going to get you 15% off all of your plants, 15% off your compost and accessories, and we're going to give you £4 or £5 vouchers. So I'm £10 up already if I just use my vouchers, and you're going to get free shipping vouchers. So yes, we do free postage here on YouGarden TV every week. We're here every Thursday and every Sunday for you. But anything else you want to buy on the website that might not have the free shipping attached, we give you free postage vouchers as well. Can't say fairer than that. Check out the YouGarden Discount Club. I know a lot of our regulars are members. Right, we've got to have a look at hibiscus hammerbow here. Now this is a beautiful hibiscus that has these two-tone flowers, Bex. What can we expect from this one?
Well, you can expect another one that's long flowering, and you can also expect an award-winning plant. This one has got the RHS Award of Garden Merit. We know, don't we? Hibiscus are beautiful, hardy plants, or this hibiscus is anyway. There are other varieties of hibiscus that are tender, that are more tropical, that, you know, wouldn't get through our British winters, but these absolutely do. They can cope with down to -10 once they get established. Very kind of exotic looking, but don't come with that exotic care. And they're going to flower for you from about June, July time, right the way through to now. My hibiscus is still flowering beautifully at home at the moment. And so up to September and even tickling into October, you can have those flowers on there. You get abundant blooms. You get so many of them. Each individual flower doesn't last very long, but there's always another one ready to take its place. So you constantly get flowering ability from it. Another one that pollinators adore. They love this one. The bees make a beeline for my hibiscus at home. So a really good one for bringing those pollinators into the garden. Deciduous plant, so will drop its leaves. Mine is starting to, you know, the leaves are going a bit yellow. They're starting to drop, but the flowers are still coming through. So it will be bare in winter, but it will come back for you every single year. It's a fantastic one.
So the 3 questions to always get: can I grow it in a pot?
Yes.
Does it need any special soil?
No.
And
Ours. Professional compost.
And planting position?
Sunny.
Prefer to be in the sun. If you want that one, the hibiscus hammerbow, that is in a 19cm pot, only £14.44 for those club members today. If you're not, £16.99 delivered price with our code YGTV3925 is going to get you the savings and the free shipping today. We're going to take a quick look at our compost, because if you haven't stocked up on your compost this season, we know you're going to be planting your bulbs, you're going to be planting out your borders, you're going to be planting up your planters and your pots and containers. You're going to go through a lot of compost, and there'll be a lot of plants that need refreshing on their nutrients for this time of year. We've still got a very, very special offer on the 2 40-litre bags of our professional compost, only £16.97 to club members. And again, that as a delivered price is unbeatable. You don't have to believe us. The results you get from this compost speak for themselves, but also our viewers love it and they review it all the time. 5 stars. Do you love this
All
one,
the
Bex?
time. Absolutely, it's the only compost that I will use now. I have been one of those people that's run out in the past, and then I've gone and bought a bag from somewhere else, and I'm always disappointed. The reason I use it all the time, the reason I know that a lot of our regulars use this all the time, or all our regulars, is because it works, because it makes the difference. This is a peat-reduced compost, so there is peat in here. We know how good peat is for our plants, right? But obviously we appreciate any environmental concerns. So what we did was we reduced the content down years ago, so you're getting minimal amounts of peat, but we still get those amazing results from it. We have got a slow release fertilizer in here as well. So little beads, the green, the orange, the yellow, tan coloured beads, that's going to release that fertilizer in there for up to 6 months. It's got a beautiful texture made up of about 50% composted wood fibre, and that allows for roots to be able to stretch through and reach for their nutrients and their water. It can be used all over the garden. There's a few plants it won't work for, and those are your acid-loving ones, but pretty much everything else, this will be the compost you need for them to get the biggest and best results. It doesn't matter what you're growing. You could be an allotmentalist. You could be just a, backyard gardener, growing a few flowers, growing a few plants. If you want the biggest and the best, this is the compost to use.
Also amazing for your house plants, use it indoors and outdoors. £16.97 is going to get you 2 40-litre bags, 80 litres delivered today from YouGarden TV, YGTV 3925. We love it, you love it, and if you haven't tried it, it's definitely worth a go at that price. And we're going to keep moving on to our favourites table next. Now, on a Thursday, we haven't done any live shows yet this week. We guess what we think your favourites will be. So we set out all of what we think our favourite plants are, our top deals, things you haven't seen before, things that haven't been on for a while, or things that we've dropped the price on, so we know you're going to be interested in them when you see how little you're spending to get some of these home. But also, sometimes you just go with a gut feeling, don't we, Beck? So if I like that, I think everyone else will like that as well, which is why we're starting with the Pansy Top Wave. Now, this is the absolute breeding breakthrough. What is so good about these pansies, Bex? They're just regular old winter pansies, right?
Oh, yeah, regular No, they are not regular pansies at all. These are... These are exclusive to us here at YouGarden, first of all. They are winter hardy. They're going to cope with frost quite happily, but you're also getting big, full-size pansies on here. So this is a little bit of a step up, maybe. I love the cool waves. I've got them. I'm growing them. Absolutely adore them. But if you want bigger flowers, this is the one to go for. Now, they're going to come to you as plug plants. Important to get these as soon as possible and get them planted, because what we want is for these to get growing on and get flowering for you as soon as possible. If you do that, what you will have is winter colour that's probably going to last you for a good 9-10 months of the year. So I say winter colour, that's winter, that's spring, and that is potentially going on into summer as well.
So look at the root system. Pop that up and grow it on, and then it goes straight in a hanging basket, straight in the pot?
Absolutely.
How long do I need to grow it on for?
Stu's just preparing a little pot for us. You can just pop that in there, grow it on, I would say 2-3 weeks. And then you will have amazing growth from this. You will start seeing those flowers appearing. You get them planted in your hanging baskets or in pots and containers where they will tumble and trail over the edges. And then you're going to have that gorgeous colour, a rainbow of colour, all the way through October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June even.
Crikey.
I know, it's insane how long these are going to flower for. And all you have to do is a little bit of deadheading. So as the flowers fade, just pinch those dead heads off. Make sure you keep your baskets and your pots well watered. I neglected mine for a couple of days earlier on this week. Went outside. They were so limp, so sad. But it's fine. I knew all I had to do was give them a good drink. They're perked right back up again. So do keep on top of your watering all through these next few months over winter. And a little feed as well. Not weekly like you might be doing in summertime, but just maybe once a month, and that will really help them to keep going all the way through the winter. And they will stand up to the frost for you. So they might droop a little bit, but as soon as the frost has passed, they'll perk up.
Excellent. The biggest, best ever winter flowering pansies. You're getting 12 of the plug plants for £10.19 as a club member. And do remember that's a delivered price. To everyone else, that's $11.99 when you use that code YGTV3925. They come in a little greenhouse there to keep them safe in transit as well. And they're a colour mix. 12 plug plants. These are the XXL size. Don't forget, these are the biggest pansy for winter that we've ever done. Right, we're going to show you some lovely evergreens for winter. So we've got our winter flowers, and then we've got our winter evergreens, because some of your garden might be starting to go to sleep now, might be starting to die back a bit. Where would we use these ferns, Bex?
Well, this is for two things, really. So it's to give you that evergreen colour, as you say, so you've got that lovely colour all year round, but also for the shadier parts of your garden, which can be slightly trickier, can't they, to make sure that you've got, a lot of interest going on in there. So these are going to work perfectly in those slightly darker, maybe slightly damper spaces in the garden, not waterlogged, but, those slightly moister spaces. Now, you're going to get 3 evergreen hardy ferns. Can't guarantee exactly the varieties because it just depends on stock, seasonal stock availability, but you will get 3 different ones, and they will be absolutely beautiful. Growing to slightly different sizes. Some might be a tiny bit shorter than others, but somewhere around the 40-50 centimetre approximately is the sort of size that these are going to grow to. So, for example, we have got the Dixonia coming up for you later on, that wonderful tree fern.
Oh yeah.
If you had that, you could plant these around the base of a tree fern, for example.
It's going to grow into a tall log, isn't it? Yeah,
eventually.
It's going to look later. It's a small one. It's a project plant, but we love the idea of taking that one as a project.
But maybe you've already got an existing, Dixonia tree fern. Putting other ferns around the base would be perfect. Underneath shrubs, underneath trees, that shady, we've all got one shady corner in the garden that is a struggle to fill. These ferns are going to work beautifully, and of course they're going to hold on to that foliage all year round. They're trouble-free, they're disease-resistant, they're pest-resistant. Slugs and snails don't even go for ferns. So this is a really awesome one for low-maintenance, easy, beautiful, year-round garden beauty.
Yep. I'm just showing the quality here. These are wonderfully strong, well-established plants. You're getting an awful lot of fern there.
You are.
Like I said, I love your point there, Bex, that the slugs and snails aren't going to go for this.
Yeah, they're not going to go for it.
Your dark, shady corners, those are the dampest areas where the snails are going to be, but they don't eat these. So you're putting something in that's going to send them away. Oh, and I found one. The lovely little fronds that
unfurl.
That open up. Look, I've got a selection of them there.
Look, there's loads of them.
Absolutely gorgeous. There's those unwind, and you think there's a whole leaf in there. There's a whole fern leaf in there that's going to unfurl and show us it's a beauty. Pack of 3 different ferns in the mix there. £12.72 for 3 plants. Again, you can't beat that at the garden centres, and they're not going to deliver it for free. Use the code YGTV 3925, triple pack of evergreens. We think those are going to be very popular today, as will this be. We know our YouGarden TV regulars. We're going to have a look in the chat soon and see who's with us this morning. You love a clematis. And this is a new variety to us. We've not sold this one here on YouGarden TV before. Welcome to Madame Julia Correvon. Ooh la la.
Ooh la la, definitely. And look at the beautiful flowers that you're going to get on here. This is your summer flowering clematis. And I know a lot of people think, well, I shouldn't be planting these things now. That's for later. No. If you're a regular, we've been talking about this a lot recently. Now is the time to get your perennials in the ground. Perfect time for planting them. You're actually going to get 3 of these pots. And let me just pick one of these up for you so you can sort of see what you're getting.
There's quite a lot of plant there, Bex.
There's some really good growth on here. Still got some flowers on this one as well. Obviously, it is a climbing plant.
Need to give it somewhere to go.
You're going to need to give it something to climb up. You are going to get 3 of them, though. Now, each one of these plants can grow to a couple of metres. So this is going to be perfect, covering up the garage wall, covering up the ugly fence, whatever it might be. You've got flowers from about May right the way through to September on this one. Beautiful, magenta, pink, and, slight red hint to them, star-shaped blooms that pollinators are going to love. You can see that from the centre of that plant. It's completely winter hardy. It's robust. It's very, very simple and easy to grow. All you need to do is put it in a sunny spot, but provide a cool root run. And what do I mean? So they like to have a cool roots. They don't want the ground where they're planted to be in full hot baking sun, although they do want a sunny spot to flower. So how do you create that? Well, you can underplant around it, which will keep the ground cooler. You could lay slabs over the top there, which will help to keep the roots cool. It's just going to get your clematis to flower more prolifically. Do feed regularly throughout the spring and summer months. That'll help to keep all of those blooms coming. But super simple, and a prune sort of once a year is how you keep it sort of in check, but also flowering beautifully.
Your point on the roots there, I always like your analogy of it's when you go on holiday and you want to sit in the sun, but you want your feet in the pool.
Yeah.
Keep your bottom end cool and your top in the sun. I've got really successful clematis because the pot that it's in is behind the garden furniture.
Yeah.
So it's well shaded and then it's completely exposed and grows up the fence beautifully. So maybe that's what you want to do. We know you love a clematis here on YouGarden TV, so there's a new one for you. Madame Julia Correvon, and she will be with us for the whole week at this special price. 3 of those 9cm pots for £12.73. When you use that code, you will get free shipping from us. We're going to check out your messages soon. If you want to send us any emails, ygtv@yougardens.com. And we'll pick those up and we'll be able to see your pictures. That will be exciting for us later. We've already had a couple in.
Oh, good, because we've had a few days where we weren't getting emails, so I'm quite looking forward to seeing everybody's progress.
It was broken and I hadn't noticed. That was my fault. I changed the login and I forgot it was also on the iPad.
Oh.
Now we're going to move on to another favourite of YouGarden TV viewers, the Nandina. This is the lemon and lime, one of the latest additions to our Nandina collections. And again, it's at a ridiculous price, which is why it's here on our favourites table, £10.19. Bex, what do we love about Nandinas?
Everything. So there's so much to tell you about Nandinas, and absolutely everything about them is amazing for your garden. So I've taken to calling this the bulletproof plant, and I don't mean you should go and shoot it, but it can cope with whatever you want to throw at it. So it doesn't matter where you plant it in the garden. It can cope in a really sunny spot and it can cope in a more shady spot. It can go in the ground, it can go in pots and containers. It doesn't matter where you live in the country either, because this can cope with heat, but it can also cope with the cold weather as well. So, you know, from Land's End to John O'Groats, you can plant this. Honestly, this is not going to be a problem for you at all. If you live on the coast, fine, it can cope with salt sea spray. If you live in a city where there's maybe a little bit more pollution going on, Nandinas absolutely don't care. Plus, they are low maintenance plants. So once you've planted it, I mean, I'd water it regularly to get it established, but to be honest, it can probably cope with a bit of drought as well once it's established. And it's going to be low maintenance as well, because you really don't need to do any pruning. It's also very beautiful year round because it's an evergreen plant, doesn't drop its leaves. So you've got this wonderful, all these shades of green. It's called lemon and lime because the top of it, the new growth comes through these wonderful lemon and lime colours. So you've got that graduation of colour going all the way through the plant. I just think it's one of those outstandingly beautiful but easy plants for any level of gardener and for any garden in the country.
Again, perfect in pots, yes?
Yep.
Just in good multi-purpose compost like ours.
Absolutely.
And this will be planted just about anywhere, you just said. So
anywhere.
Really, everyone's going to have a space for a Nandina. I've got them, you've got them. Mm-hmm. We all love them. If you haven't got the lemon and lime in your collection yet, remember, you can plant it anywhere from John O'Groats to Land's End. Yeah. I once went from John O'Groats to Land's End.
Did you?
I thought to go further would be silly.
Yeah, it probably would, yeah.
Geography joke on a Thursday morning?
We've had a rugby joke this morning. We've had a geography joke this morning.
I have got one more geography joke.
OK, go on.
But if I told it to you, I just don't know if I'd believe you.
Oh, God.
So, lemon and lime, £10.19, delivered price for club members. I think I might have to do the next plant on my own. We also have another evergreen. So your Nandina's evergreen. We also have another evergreen. And this is a summer flowering beauty. We absolutely adore this one here on YouGarden TV. We didn't have it all summer.
No.
It sold out late spring.
Yep.
And we kept wanting to show it to people, and we didn't have any. So we've got them now. This is one of the head gardener's favourites as well. He's got these all over his garden. This is the Escalonia Pink L. Yeah. It's absolutely beautiful plant at an amazing price today. Bex, do you have this one? Do you want this one?
I don't have this one. Absolutely, I would love to have this one in the garden, and particularly because it is one of our head gardener's absolute top recommendations. And it's such a beautiful plant. So he was telling us, he came in, didn't he, a few weeks ago, and he was talking about this one. He said wave after wave of beautiful flowers on here, right the way through from June. And actually, there's plenty of them still flowering right now. And they flower right up at the top of the stems that you get there. These panicles, these conical kind of shaped panicles of blooms in the most delightful shade of pink. Very reliable, very floriferous, evergreen, and is an amazing one for pollinators. This one has the badge from the RHS saying perfect for pollinators. So I think this is a stunning one for any garden. Could be container grown, could be grown in the ground. It can get to anywhere between sort of a metre and 1.2, 1.5 metres. It'd be wonderful at full growth, but could be contained in a container to keep it a little bit smaller if you want to as well. I think that display there is just stunning. I can't see why anybody wouldn't want that one in their garden, really. No,
again, another evergreen. It's great to have evergreens in your garden, but it's summer flowering, so it's going to overlap with your winter flowering and your spring flowering plants that are around it. I think it's another one that could be kept in a container.
Yeah, definitely. So container grown, just like we're showing you in the picture here, that would be perfect on a patio or a balcony. But I do think it could go wonderfully in a mixed border somewhere as well, particularly if you're planting it in and around where you've got deciduous plants, because obviously that's going to hold on to its leaves. And they're really lovely, glossy evergreen leaves as well. So I think there's a definite attractive feature there.
So it comes to you in the 2-litre pot, really well-established plant. Remember, we haven't had that all summer. It's only just back in stock in the last few weeks. So if you want to get it, get your hands on it now for only £12.74, 510545. But if you want to see everything we've got on the show this week, we won't get to all of the items today. We're here till 12 o'clock, but we're back again Sunday from 9:30. We're not going to get to everything. Go to the website, look for the YGTV page, and you'll be able to see everything that's available to you on this week's code that you'll get free shipping with, including the pots, including the compost, including we've got the bark mulch back on special for you today as well. And a little trick, if you put something in your basket, put the offer code in your basket as well. When you come back to this page, all of the prices will be the YouGarden TV prices. So you'll see how much you're saving. Just going to tell you about a few of the things you've seen already, starting with that Salvia Amistad. This is a big established 3-litre pot. A lot of the ones on our nursery are still in flower now, and they grow so fast. You can cut them down and they just keep coming back. Under £10 today, delivered price for discount club members when you use the YGTV offer code. We also saw earlier the hibiscus, the hammer bow with these beautiful bi-coloured flowers. Pop this one in a sunny spot, perfect in pots and containers as well. And as Bex said, you just get wave after wave of flowers overlapping all the time. Loads of blooms at once on this. And it looks so exotic, but it is hardy. You can grow it in British gardens. £14.44. The number is 500077, or go to our webpage to find out more. We also have the top wave. These are plug plants. You can grow them on. Bex said grow them on for 2 or 3 weeks and they'll be ready to go out into your gardens or out into your hanging baskets and in your pots. They're getting 12 there for £10.19. Absolute bargain. They come to you in our little greenhouses as well, so you can make sure that they're well protected in transit to you. That is a breeding breakthrough, the biggest winter flowering pansy we have ever sold. If you want the ferns, the evergreen fern collection, we just show you, you're going to get 3 different varieties in this collection. £12.72 for all 3, and they are, again, nicely established plants, perfect for your shady areas, and the slugs, snails don't like them. £12.72 for all 3. If you want our brand new clematis today, we haven't sold this one here at YouGarden TV before. This is Madame Julia Correvon. I'm going to carry on saying that with a bit of a French accent. £12.73 gets you 3 of these pots with the beautiful crisscross star-shaped blooms there, bright magenta flowers, and this is a summer flowering clematis, but get it in the ground now, get those roots established, ready to grow into next year. I'm sure that's going to be a favourite with us this week. And then we just saw the Nandina, the lemon and lime, a new one to our collection this year, brand new to YouGarden this year, £10.19 for a 17cm pot. That's a 2-litre pot. And these are evergreen again. They'll grow most positions. They're not fussy. These are the ones which aren't bothered. These ones are the fancier, as I always say, they're not bothered plants. You put me in sun or shade, not bothered. Put me in rough soil, not bothered. Put them absolutely anywhere and they will grow for you and flourish. And then another favourite of the head gardeners is the Escallonia, the Levis Pink L, 2-litre pot on this one. Summer flowering pink blooms, and only £12.74 to get that one delivered today. Another glossy evergreen as well. Look at the spaces in your garden right now. Look at those spaces and think, what would go there? Where is something dying back? Where did I have gaps this summer? And this could be the plant to fill it, the Escallonia Pink L. Also need to tell you about the special price on our compost that we've got right now. You're getting 2 40-litre bags, delivered price £16.97 for club members. That is the best price per litre of the compost we've done all year. And we know you're going to be stocking up on compost at this time of year, planting your bulbs, planting your containers, and refreshing your beds and your borders. You're going to want more compost, but for some reason we've dropped the price right down. Sean, you can see there, is making good use of our heavy-duty pots. If you need any of those, we've got a 4-pack today, £16.97. Is going to get you 4 of those. They're the 30-litre containers, our favourites. So many uses in the garden. I've got some conifers growing on them at the moment. We use them for tidying up, we use them for decanting compost and decanting gravel and decanting all our bark mulch and things like that. Sean's been growing fruit and veg in them as well. So versatile. We know you all love them, and don't forget it's going to be bare root season too. If you're going to be planting your bare root fruit trees, you're going to get bare root roses established that is the perfect container to get those going ready for next year. Welcome back to us. I'm Stuart. This is Rebecca.
Hello.
Also known as Bex. And we're going to be here till 12 o'clock today. Thank you for watching us, whether you're with us on YouTube, you can chat with us there. Facebook, you can chat with us there as well. Or if you're watching on the YouGarden TV website, you're very welcome to do so. If you can't watch the whole show, or if you've only just joined us and you want to see what we started off with, you can catch up at any time back on YouTube, Facebook, or YouGarden TV. Wherever you're watching us now, you'll be able to watch the show again later today. And we know a lot of people do that. They don't listen to me and Bex chatting, my terrible geography jokes. What they do is they start the show and they scroll through, looking at those details, looking at the item number and the description of the price, and when they see something they want, they stop, and then they listen to what we've got to say and see if they're going to make a purchase that way. We know you do it, and that's absolutely fine. Not everyone's got 2 hours to spend shopping for plants, but we want to make sure we show you as many things as we can each week and make sure you get as many deals as you can each week. Bex has got the iPad. This is your comments with us on YouTube. Who's there this morning?
Yeah, I'm loving it. So one of the latest comments from Marissa is that Derek planted pandas in pots at the weekend, which I think is a typo. I think it's pansies, but I quite like the idea of planting pandas.
That sounds embarrassing.
I hope Derek had fun planting his pandas. Neil says he's got loads of alliums, fritillaria to plant out, also got tulips to put out as well.
Oh, hang on, no, maybe she's got some overgrown bamboo and it's the only way she can control the bamboo.
That may be
Got to plant some pandas.
Anne planted her cool waves on Tuesday. Neil bought the pre-planted pansy top web baskets, got them on a double shepherd's hook over the flower bed. I saw that video, Neil, that looks amazing.
Nice.
Lovely to have you all in the chat, so just a quick scroll. There's loads of you as well. Elaine, Marissa, Verna, Neil, Julia, hello to you. Grimmy's in as well. I don't want to miss anybody. Carol, hello to Carol too. You're all chatting away to each other. Angela, Ruth, she's in as well. Neil said, just had my Boston Fern and Pet Friendly collection from the Houseplant Special are out for delivery. Yes. Amazing. Thanks for ordering on there, Neil. Right, yes, we've had loads of emails. Thank you. So let's start off with Ali G, of course, because Ali G's been the first one in the chat.
Always in early. I think she started sending them the night before now.
I know.
To make sure she's in first.
we might have to make a rule. Anyway, a few good things of what's looking good in our garden at the moment. So, Ali, what have you sent us? Let's have a look. Oh, look.
Wow. Is that gerbera still going?
Yeah, it's a gerbera. I can't remember the name of that one.
That one? Blaze.
We had the 3, didn't we? Is it Blaze?
Yeah.
You've got such a good memory, Stu.
That's right.
That's the beautiful gerberas. Yeah, gerberas can keep going for ages. They're amazing. Her beautiful rose. This is for your... it's Rosie McRose face, isn't it? We thought it was for your eyes only, but then she said, no, it's Stu's favourite. It's Rosie McRose face.
Best name Rose ever.
Yeah, it is indeed. And another one. Oh, Ceanotha's giving you another little flower.
What on earth?
Absolutely. No, they can do
right.
that. That's amazing.
Putting in a little long call for the season. Thank you very much.
Thank you, darling.
Great to see your pictures, Alison. We always appreciate them. Who else is in touch with us today?
Grimmy's been in. He's got Tiny Tails, Torbay Dazzler, Ornamental Fig, all YouGarden crackers is what he's called them. Let's have a little look. So there we've got the fig going.
Is that Little Miss Figgy, I think?
Might be.
There's fruit on that.
I love your little pots that say love on the back. That's really cute as well. With you. Grimmy, nice. Sorry, I'm being all...
The problem is every time I see things like that and you can rearrange them, I always try and find another word. I'm so mischievous.
Oh, look at those pots. Yes, lovely. Cordyline going on there. That's your Nandina Firepower. You got some pinks in there as well. Got your pansies going. Very nice. That's looking autumn ready for sure. Let's have another one. Oh, the Pennisetum.
We've got this today. The Tiny Tails is back in stock. If you need it, we do have one. And the price is amazing on that. I think it's only $16.99.
Lovely. Love that Pennisetum. That looks great. I've got one of those as well.
We'll try and get it out later.
And final picture. Oh, lovely sunflowers here.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow. Love that colour as well. Those are pretty.
Amazing.
Oh, look. And there's a pollinator right in the centre. Look.
Ah.
Lovely.
Is it one of those that's come over from America?
Oh, what's the joke?
The USBs. No? Is it one of those?
Okay. Morning, Stu and Bex, says Gillian.
Hi, Gillian.
She says, I knew your compost was amazing, but here is the proof. I rescued this rose when it was a tiny stick and didn't hold out much hope, but potted it in your compost and now it looks fantastic with 7 buds on it. Never doubt the compost. That is my new line. If you don't mind, Gillian, I'm going to steal that line. Never doubt the compost. Absolutely. Look at that.
It's just an instant plant remedy. It worked so well on the Laura Patalum I had as well, but look at that.
I love a plant rescue
That's
as well.
Beautiful rose. So glossy and healthy.
There's something so exciting about a plant rescue, isn't there? When you find one and it's ailing and
We
it's really
all
struggling.
love doing it, don't we?
It's brilliant.
Bringing a plant back from the point of near destruction.
Yeah, it's brilliant. So well done to you, Gillian, and thank you for your endorsement of the compost. That's brilliant. We've also got Christopher, Elaine, Claire, Mauricia, and Tony. You've all come in with your emails.
Tony
so we'll make sure we get to look at those in a little while, but we're going to talk a little bit more about some plants first.
Got a few more things to show you. We've got a brand new hydrangea coming up. We've got the rose of the week we haven't seen yet. We've got the deal of the week we haven't seen yet. We've got garden ready bedding. We've got some bulbs as well. I think we should start with the rose of the week.
Let's do it.
Here's Margaret. Good morning, Margaret.
Hello, Margaret.
This is one I don't think we've had in the shed before.
I don't think we have,
We did a little feature on it when our good friend Dave the Plant Man came by.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't think it's been in the shed since.
It's a beautiful one.
This is Margaret Merrill. So is this another one from our good friends at Harkness?
It is indeed. So yeah, we work with Harkness Roses and they bring you just brilliant roses, disease resistant. You know, they've been breeding roses since 1879. They've been pesticide free since the mid-90s. And they just bring quality, beautiful roses for every garden as well, because we've got lots of different ones. We've got climbing roses, we've got shrub roses, we've got more compact roses. And this one is a wonderful floribunda rose for you. So this is going to grow to about 90 centimetres by 60 centimetres, so 3 feet by 2 feet. Pretty standard sort of size of a shrub rose you're going to get here. However, this is no standard rose at all. This is a gorgeous one. A wonderful sort of creamy white colour. It's almost got an apricot blush tone to it. Very beautiful, but highly scented as well. So this one's got a gorgeous scent. It was actually used in royal weddings as well. There was a couple of royal weddings where this featured in the, you know, the Abbey and the Westminster Abbey and the other one. I've forgotten the other one.
Famous princess.
Yeah, but it was Princess Di's and Charles' wedding, apparently. This was in the... did they get married in Westminster Abbey?
Well, we can't say apparently. It either was or it wasn't.
It was. I can't remember if they were in the Abbey or the other one that I can't remember the name of. Anyway, it's been used in a couple of royal weddings, and you can definitely see that, can't you? This is a wedding rose, if ever there was one.
That is gorgeous.
Stunning rose for you.
I wish I'd taken that in slow-mo, but it looks nice. That was
an
on
amazing
the
price.
nursery just a few weeks ago. That was the start of August. I took that on the nursery.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. I just remembered that I had a video of it, so I went and rushed to find it.
Well, it's going to flower for a really long time as well. So roses normally start blooming from about May, and they can be still going right now in September and October. It's going to come to you as a potted rose, as you can see here. When you plant it, plant the knuckle, this bit here. Make sure that's below ground, so bury it. It wants to be, the soil wants to come up a couple of inches just above that knuckle there. Just stops any suckers from growing, gives the plant some stability in the ground. Get it in, get it established, and then you will have these beautiful roses next year. Great for leaving on the plant, but also I think fantastic for cutting and bringing indoors for the scent. But also maybe you're growing them for, you know, for a special occasion. Maybe it is for a wedding. This would make a perfect wedding rose.
Perfect white rose there for you, Margaret Merrill. First time we've had that, and it is the rose of the week because it's only £14.44 until next Wednesday. We launch all our new lines here on YouGarden TV on a Thursday. We run through to Wednesday. It's just the way we do it. Our week starts on a Thursday, and we're going to have a lot of special offers for you available until then that we're not even going to have time to show you today because we're only live till 12. We're already 40 minutes into the show, but we'll be back on Sunday from 9:30 with things you haven't seen in this show. So please come back Sunday if you're not planning to already. Get our rose of the week, but also this is the deal of the week. The Echinacea Green Twister, a triple pack down to £11.02. Remember, all of the prices here on YouGarden TV include your postage. Free delivery when you use that code YGTV 3925. Bex, we've seen these a few times this year, but not this price.
Yeah. Now the thing that we bring you at YouGarden is, you know, hopefully some fun, hopefully some good deals, some amazing plants. But what we try to make sure we do is to bring you seasonal offers, seasonal deals, things that you should be planting in your garden right now, or things that you should have in your garden that would look amazing right now. So right now is a really good time to plant perennials.
Yep.
So this is a perennial plant, great time to get it in the ground. However, this is also a plant that could be looking amazing in your garden at this time of year. Echinaceas flower for you late on in the summer. So you think about all those summer flowers, your garden's looking amazing, but having something new pop up just that little bit later on in the summer just adds that interest. Echinacea can do that for you, and they will keep flowering for you when a lot of your summer flowers are starting to fade. In fact, on these ones here, I can see new buds starting to appear on this plant.
Wow.
So this is truly a late bloomer, was something that's going to give you that late interest. Look, there's a flower bud right in the centre of there.
Hey, bud.
There it is. Just by my finger.
We do like the echinaceas. Now, I'm told these are good for companion planting. We had one of our mentalist friends from TikTok, Chloe, came down to see us a little while ago, and she said these are perfect for companion planting because they're great at distracting insects away from your... There you go, insects away from your crops and onto your flowers instead. And also, these are even edible. They are even edible, yeah. And of course, they're really good for pollinators. So, you know, anybody that wants to do companion planting, you're trying to bring the pollinators into your garden, aren't you? So it's a really, really good one. They've got that central cone with the reflexed petals. So the petals tend to slightly droop downwards. It's called reflexed. And that puts that cone in the centre absolutely prominent for the pollinators to land on there. Really strong and sturdy flowers and stems as well. So if you want to cut them to use them for sort of cut flower displays, brilliant. But they can withstand, you know, British summer and going into autumn weather, which we know can be weird and wonderful, can't it? It's the deal of the week. If you want that one, that's the triple pack. You're getting 3 of the Echinacea Green Twister for only £11 or 2 pence. 560407 is the item number. You can find everything at YouGarden.com. Just look out for the YGTV logo and you'll find our show page. All of the products in today's show are on there, and many more besides. Right, we're going to go quickly through our garden ready selection this week. This is the Pansy Cool Wave. That was a cool wave. And these are cool wave as well. Right, when we say garden ready, these are not plug plants. These are bigger than your average plug plants. And the cool wave we know is one of your favourites. If you haven't got enough of these, now is a great time to get them. What do we love about garden ready plants, Bex?
Well, they're ready to be planted in the garden, first of all. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what it says on the tin.
There's no growing on required. These have been grown on. You can see that they've got a wonderful white fibrous root system, really healthy plants, which means that no growing on, ready to be planted straight out. Now, that can be into your pots and your pots. I mean, you could plant them in the ground if you want to for ground cover, but the thing with Cool Wave is that this is a trailing plant. It'll trail by about 30 or 40 centimetres. So this is ideally suited to going into hanging baskets or pots and containers where they'll tumble and trail over the edge. The Pansy Cool Wave has that wonderful mix of colour. You've got the berries, the cream, the kind of lilac-y tones, but you've also got the pinks and the whites included. Sorry, not pinks, yellows and white included in there as well. So really bright, cheerful, happy flowers. This is exactly what I've got in hanging baskets outside the front of my house right now, and they are doing fantastically. Now, these are going to flower all the way through winter. And I grew them last year in pots around the front of the house, and they flowered constantly throughout the winter. I've got photos and video of them with frost all over them. And yeah, they looked a bit droopy and sad, but as soon as the frost passed, they perked right back up again. And it's amazing that these plants can actually handle that frost and still keep going through it. They flowered all the way through winter, all the way through January, February, March, April, May. They were flowering prolifically in the month of June as well, and they'd reached their full trail of 30, 40 centimetres. By that time, they had, run out of steam. By the end of June, early July, they'd, started to slow down a little bit. And then all I've done is trimmed them back, give them a good feed, and now they're starting to flower again. These are perennial, though they can be if you want them to be. If you want them as annuals, you just want them for, winter, that's fine. Grow them as that. The price means that you kind of can. But if you want them to come back next year, it's a really simple job to do. Excellent. Go for the Pansy Cool Wave, the Garden Ready pack of 10, but under £10, £9.34 if you're a club member. Don't forget, these are the ones that can go straight in the garden, straight into your hanging baskets, straight into your pots and containers or window boxes. And they're going to be flowering for you all the way through the winter into next spring, maybe even into the summer as well. We've got a few other garden ready selections. If the Cool Wave's not the one for you, we've got the Tiger's Eye. These are gorgeous, Bex. We went to see these on the nursery the other day, and they all look beautiful. These bright yellow flowers with that hand-painted little black pinstripe through the middle of them. It's so pretty, honestly. Not one I've grown before, but actually the more I see it, the more I think I really do want these. They look wonderful en masse as well. Now, this is going to give you prolific flowering too. So violas tend to be, they're a bit like pansies, but they're smaller flowers. But because it's so prolific in its flowering nature, it absolutely makes up for it. You get flower after flower after flower and loads of them. So I would definitely be planting these in clusters and groups together. Again, garden ready. So yes, ready to plant in the garden. No growing on required. You can get these straight out into the pots and into the borders, around the edges of your hanging baskets. They're not... I mean, they will trail slightly. They're not going to trail massively. They stay a bit more compact. I would go around the edges of your sort of hanging baskets, or around the edges of your pots or whatever. Oh, sorry, in the centre of your pots, and then have the trailing bits around the edges. But do plant several of them in a group together, so you get that amazing sort of flower ability from it.
Yeah, when you see a few together, you do see that bright yellow cluster, and it feels like sunshine on a cold day.
It does.
So as these are winter flowering violas, go for them right now. The Tiger's Eye, they're garden ready, $8.49 for a pack of 10. And please make sure you're getting these in your basket today. Mix them in with your other garden ready bedding, or actually, I quite like the idea of having a big group of them all together. These are on the nursery yesterday. We saw these and they all look absolutely beautiful. We do enjoy seeing them en masse, and they're only going to get bigger and fuller. And again, another edible plant as well, if that's what you want to decorate your Christmas salads with, of course you can. 10 pack of those, 410017, and that is going to be only $8.49 for club members. When you use our code, you get free shipping as well. We've got one that's been popular the last few weeks, our Matrix Britannia pansy. So this is a more upright pansy, I understand.
Yes.
But in some patriotic colour schemes.
Absolutely. So you've got the red, white and blue included, a kind of deep red, a nice burgundy red, and the white and blue together. It's a perfect colour combination, that wonderful little yellow dot in the centre there. Upright pansies, so yes, put them in the centre of the pots and baskets, and then put your trailing ones around the edges. If you've got our easy fill hanging baskets, you could actually side plant, even though they're upright, it will still create that lovely ball of colour for you.
Nice.
Or you can just put them into the top. They will flower throughout the winter as well, so these should be flowering for you, from now. You can see there's lots of flowers on there all the way through winter up to sort of April, May time. So lots and lots of colour in that beautiful colour scheme. Again, there's the garden readies. I mean, 85 pence a plant is what they break down as. So you can get these out and you can get them planted. All you've got to do is a little bit of deadheading. I've just seen a deadhead on here actually.
Oh, she can't help it.
Look, there it is, deadhead. So all you've got to do, I just do finger pinching. So as far down the stem as I can go, just pinch that flower off, get rid of it. That's going to then encourage the plant to send up new shoots. There's another one there, get rid of that. It's a 5-minute job sort of once a week, basically, to just get rid of the deadheads, and then it will keep throwing up new flowers for you. It rediverts the plant's energy.
It takes me another 5 minutes to sweep them all off the floor where you've just flung those dead flowers, Bex.
That's what I do at home.
Thanks you for that. Pansy Matrix Britannia mix. Lots of people making their own patriotic expressions around the country at the moment. Make your own by planting some flowers. Lovely way to do it. Red, white and blue in your garden, in your pots and in your containers. That's a 10-pack, £8.49. Gets you 10 of the garden ready plants today. Right, we've got loads more to see today. I called him Ian. Grimmy showed us his Pennisetum earlier. This is the Tiny Tails. And this is a lovely grassy looking plant that also flowers with the stalks. It looks a little bit like a pampas grass, but it's cool the way those shape and sort of droop over. We love a Tiny Tails, and they've got that pink tinge to them as well. If you're going for that one today, it is only $16.99 for you discount club members. Right, I'm going to tell you about the most popular item on the show today. This is the hibiscus hammerbow. You're getting the established plant in the 19-centimetre pot. It flowers throughout the summer, loads of flowers on this all at one time. It looks exotic, but it survives in British gardens. Just want some nice multi-purpose compost for that. A sunny spot, it's happy in the ground or it's happy in containers. £14.44 is all you need to pay for a delivered price, club members, when you use that offer code YGTV3925. Also very popular today, and we knew it would be, the clematis Madame Julia Corrivon. I need to find out who on earth that was. It's got to be a real person. You're getting 3 of these today in the 9-centimetre pots for only £12.73. Get them in the ground now, get them established, and they'll be ready to grow, climb and flower for you next summer. We also have the Margaret Merrill. Our rose of the week has shown to be popular already. Pure white roses on this one. Established 4-litre pot. It is a floribunda, so you get flowers in front of flowers, on top of flowers, next to flowers, behind flowers on this one. Beautiful white ones with that royal heritage as well, used at the wedding of now King Charles and Lady Diana. What a wonderful piece of heritage and a nice thing to have in your garden, especially if you want to use that little story as well. If you're looking for the garden readies, the most popular garden ready this morning is the Pansy Cool Wave. £9.34 gets you 10 of those in the garden ready size. They can go straight in your hanging baskets or straight in your pots. We recommend those very highly. A winter flowering trailing pansy for your garden. Stock up on those. £9.34 gets you the 10 pack if you're a club member. We're going to tell you more about how to be a club member shortly, but also the Tiger's Eye is still popular as well. Slightly smaller than the pansy, the Viola Sorbet Tiger's Eye. Bright golden colours, reminiscent of a bit of sunshine for you, but that lovely detailing black pinstripe you can see right there. £8.49 for a pack of 10. If you're looking for the other garden ready pansies, these are our patriotic pansies, the Britannia mix, and they are only £8.49 today as well for a 10 pack. Now, what's been going really busy since the start of the show, because we started off with it and it is a ridiculous price today. Under £10 gets you the Salvia Amistad. This is a 3-litre pot. They're absolutely gigantic. You cannot stop them growing. £9.34 is all you're going to pay for that. If you are a discount club member, you're going to get free shipping when you use our code YGTV3925 at checkout. You can use that on the website or on the phones. Now, if you're not a club member and you want to take advantage of that fantastic price, this is how you join the YouGarden Discount Club.
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year, we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member. And that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club.
So if you're not already a club member, that's how you join. Go to our website. It's only £10 a year and you get all the benefits you just saw Sean and Bex talking about right there. The Salvia Amistad's still on the screen. I'll just show you the size. There it is. That is enormous. That's what you're getting for your less than £10 today. Less than a tenner if you want that Salvia Amistad.
I think that's the deal of the week, honestly.
And look, these get cut down. That's, I can see the chop lines there. That's where it was cut down to last, and see how much more plant it's got since then. So many flowers on those. If you want one, please go for it. £9.34 today. Bex has had a look in the chat. We've got loads more people joining us today. Thank you for coming to YGTV. We're going to be here until 12 o'clock, but you can watch it back anytime on the website, Facebook or YouTube. Who's there?
Chris, thank you for this email. Bear with me because there's a lot of words, but it's important.
Okay.
In September 2023, I purchased 10 candy cane bulbs from YouGarden. As they were a bit small, I was concerned about losing them if I put them in the garden, so I planted them in a pot in the greenhouse. The first year, I almost gave up as a few shoots appeared with 1 or 2 flowers. Last year, there was a bit more foliage, but again, only a few flowers. In February this year, I emptied the pot and very carefully went through the soil and found about 30 bulbs.
Okay, so there have been
So it's multiplied.
They've been naturalising in the soil, yeah.
I replanted them again now in 3 pots and put them in a south-facing windowsill, and I've attached a couple of pictures of their current size. It just goes to show, don't give up on plants and they will surprise you. So I love this little story because sometimes things just take a little bit longer to get in, get established. And Chris has gone on that journey with these plants. And let me show you. I'm going to go to the last picture first because, wow, look at these.
It's not about gardening by numbers. It's a journey.
I love those.
It's a process. You learn so much.
They're so unique. They're so interesting. I'm really glad that you've had that success, Chris. And as you say, don't give up. Sometimes it just takes a little bit more work.
Yeah, and just think how satisfied he's going to be, how chuffed he can be with himself right now that he's had those results. He's put in the work and he's seen the flowers come through. That's what we always want. Those are the oxalis sorrel candy cane. We will be doing those later in the year if you want them. I think they're already on the website now, but if you want to wait till they're on YouGarden TV and get your free shipping, we'll have them for you in a few weeks.
So beautiful, so interesting. Thank you for that little story, Chris. Really appreciate that. Elaine's back. Hello, lovely. How are you?
Haven't seen you in weeks, Elaine. Lovely to have you with us.
She has sent a little picture of her. I'm assuming this is the Dixonia.
Please tell me that's the one she grew from the 9-centimetre
yeah,
plant.
and I think I recognise the pot. So that has, it's grown on really big, that, Elaine. So that's looking lovely. Congratulations to you. I hope you're well, Elaine. Nice to hear from you again. She has sent us another picture as well. Let's see what the other picture is. Oh, tuberose.
Hey!
You've got some tuberose growing.
Oh, are they fragrant yet? I hope they're fragrant.
That one that's open there will be absolutely fragrant. Look how many flowers are opening up. I haven't got any more coming up on mine. I had 4 flower spikes this year.
Was that it?
And that was it this year for me. But
It's
they
journey,
are,
Bex.
I mean, I loved them. I loved them and they were gorgeous. Oh, Elaine, I hope you're enjoying the scent of those. Those are beautiful.
Well done.
Claire has sent us some picture. Claire, no words, just Claire's
pictures.
garden,
Okay.
which I like. Let's have a look at Claire's garden.
She's still got Rebecca going strong there.
Nice.
Pair of our Phoenix. Lovely. Hope she got the pair from us.
Very nice. Got your cordyline going on in the background.
I recognise those pots. Those
I see some Thunbergia against
some
the
old
wall
school
there.
YouGarden pots there.
Oh, we can scroll on these ones, Matt. Oh, my word. Yes, thank you, Claire. Look at these. We've got Fatsias, we've got Laura Petalum in there. Oh, my word.
Spider's web's coming up later in the show if you're looking for the fancy
Your
spider's web.
straubs are in there as well. Yeah, looking really pretty.
I like that.
We scroll again. Oh, yeah.
Roseanne and a
Roseanne
Rigaron.
and a Rigaron. 2 of my absolute favourites.
One of our top pick combos, those two.
So good. Thank you, Claire. Appreciate that. Love seeing everybody's gardens.
If you want to send us your emails, you can do so. YGTV@yougarden.com is the address, and we can show your pictures live on the show.
We can indeed.
Oh, perfect.
Marissa just nipped in this one, Hermione, sorry. She has a lightning bolt going down from the middle of her head and past her right eye. She's our treasure. Aww.
We
don't mind getting lovely pet pics. Look,
We do like seeing your
hello.
furry friends as well.
Oh, I just want to stroke her. She looks sleepy. I got 2 very sick dogs this morning.
Uh-oh.
Both of them. Like, but.
Well, let's not do that. People might not
About
like that.
to have the thing out. The
Oh, the carpet scrubber.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, husband's at home looking after him now. Tony, morning, Bex. He says, as you are the expert on aces, can you tell me what is wrong with mine as they don't look as good as they did? Also, a picture of my aster.
I say Tony's had some fantastic aces. These right? They're looking a bit shriveled.
They are looking a bit shriveled. Okay, but Tony, what I would say is, okay, there's a couple of things. So it is the time of the year when aces are going to start looking a bit shriveled because they will start dropping their leaves. However, what I would recommend is maybe just having a little look inside the pot as well. Because I had this problem myself. I grow all my aces in pots and containers. And unfortunately, I did lose a couple of aces, one over winter last year, and it's because ants had got into the pot.
Ooh, okay.
And so what they do is they create all these little channels and then you get air pockets that then get filled with water and the roots then sit in water. So just because you've got them in pots and containers, you don't have to dig about too much. Just lift it out of the pot and have a little look. If there's ants in there, then you need to repot and try and get rid of the ants, basically. But it could just simply be it's autumn. Aces are starting to drop their leaves now. So it could be something as simple as that, Tony.
But make sure it's healthy before it goes dormant.
Yeah, because I ignored mine thinking, oh, it's winter, it's fine. And it wasn't. It was to do with ants being in the pots.
That one doesn't look too bad.
That one looks fine.
Nice amongst your begonias and your geranium there.
Absolutely. It's a lovely one.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thank you, Tony. Hopefully
yeah.
that helps. Have a little look just inside the pot, just see if there's anything amiss inside the pot. But otherwise, I think it's just simply, it's winter. Or it's autumn, sorry. I have 2 seasons. I have summer and I have winter. I forget spring and autumn.
The most important planting seasons. This is our gardening expert, everybody. Bex Edwards. Thank you for everyone joining us on YouTube today. It's really busy in the chat. We love the way you guys will give each other advice and opinions as well. What's Ruth got to tell us?
Ruth says, Bex, 2 of my Dixonia are really struggling. All 3 in the same environment, but only 1 looking good. Any advice, please? I mean, it's tricky, Ruth, obviously, to try and diagnose without seeing them. You're keeping them, are they all in the same pot? Are they in separate pots? Make sure you keep your Dixonia well watered. They hate to dry out. I'm assuming you're treating them all the same because you're saying they're all in the same environment, but Dixonia will really struggle if they dry out at all. That's just a no-go for Dixonias. The other thing is you can get yourself a fern feed. We do a what's he going?
We've got one on the live today.
We do have a specialist fern feed, which would be a good thing to get for any ferns that you've got. So there might be something that, going on there. Again, if you've got them in pots and containers, I would look inside the pots and containers to have a little look to see if there's anything going on inside the pot that you can't see, obviously, not being in the pot yourself.
Yeah. If you want to start a Dixonia growing project, these are heritage plants. We do these on the live today. They are absolutely fantastic. We saw one from Elaine earlier. She planted it up this size and grew it on. You got one this size and grew it on.
I have, yeah.
And if you keep them long enough, these will turn into those massive tree fern logs that you see, but it's a really affordable price point to get involved with this. £8.49 is going to get you one just like this, and you get those cool fronds that unfurl and release the leaf. It's such a fantastic journey to go on, and they're so easy to grow here in the UK. Basically, don't let the top dry. Don't let the top dry out and don't let it freeze.
Yeah, they don't like frost.
Then it's good.
I mean, obviously, that's not a problem for you, Ruth, at the moment. But they, once we get down to sort of 0 and lower than that, I move the pot or I give it lots of protection. But the most important thing is not letting it dry out. They absolutely hate it. And a shady spot. Hopefully, you've got them all in a shady spot.
Yeah.
They don't like too much sun on them at all.
Lovely little fern today. If you want that one, it's 500-243 is the item number. Only £8.49 for the club members, which I know a lot of you are. Right, going to show you a few more items you might want to put in your garden at this time of year. This one has been back and forth throughout the year. It's been in and out the shed loads. We've seen this one loads this year.
Starting to flower, that one.
This is the Buddleia tricolour. So it's not the boring old purple Buddleia. It's a Buddleia with a purple and a white and a pink flower, all grown in together in a 2-litre pot, nicely established. Under £15, Bex.
An outstanding one, this, definitely. Price point is amazing, but also the beauty that you're going to get from this. Now, I love Buddleias. I think they're wonderful for bringing pollinators into the garden, particularly butterflies. Of course, it's known as the butterfly bush. But to have one that's got the 3 different, colours all in the same pot, that's incredible. Now, it needs a little bit of space. It wants a sunny spot. It wants free draining soil. Those are the most important things you need to know. It can get quite big if you let it. But you can obviously prune it and keep it a little bit smaller. You don't have to let it run riot at all. A prune in early spring is all it needs. You can cut it down to a fairly low framework and it'll give you all that fairly rapid growth for you throughout the summer. And then you're going to get all those gorgeous flowers happening throughout the summer months. Actually, there's a lot of Buddleias that are still flowering quite well at the moment, aren't there? They come into flower a little bit later on in the summer, sort of June time, July time, but they go right the way through into September, bringing the butterflies into your garden. And I think it's magical to see butterflies dancing around it. It's totally winter hardy. You don't have to worry about winter protection whatsoever, and pretty low maintenance. I would deadhead throughout the, its flowering season. So as those flowers fade, if you chop those off, it can then encourage the new ones to come through. And then it's just an annual prune, and I would do Buddleias, as I say, late winter, early spring, just before all that rapid new growth comes through.
We adore those here in the potting shed. £14.44 is all you're paying for the 2-litre established plant. Perfect time to get that in the ground this autumn. We also have the Mophead Hydrangea Standard. Now, you might grow hydrangeas, but you probably don't grow hydrangea standards. And this is the wicked blue colour one. This is a macrophylla? Am I saying it right?
Macrophylla. Well, you say I don't care.
Hydrangea. It's been grown to 1 metre tall, lush green growth all over this. It's still looking glorious this time of year, but I like stands for planting either mid-borders or in containers because they're going to grow and shine above everything else. Where would you want this one in your garden, Bex?
Well, the thing is, the thing with the standards is it very much lends itself to smaller spaces and container gardeners. Now, that doesn't mean that if you've got a large garden space and you want to plant it in the ground that you can't do that. Of course you can, but it does very much lend itself to a smaller garden space or container gardens, perhaps balconies, patios, those sorts of things. It does want to be in a slightly shady spot, okay? So I would not put this in a south-facing, spot in the garden. They do want a little bit of shelter, or a little bit of shade throughout the day. Some sun, but part shade would be perfect. Now, you can get different colours on this, depending on the acidity levels of your soil.
Okay,
so the more acidic, the more blue.
When we say blue, it means it can flower blue.
Exactly.
Not it will flower blue, you have to help it.
You do have to help it. So the more acidic it is, the more blue it will be. The more alkaline it is, the more pink it will be. If it's more neutral, it's going to be a slightly mauve colour. So you can help it along. You can change the acidity or the alkalinity of the soil. You can, if you're growing it in a pot or a container and you mixed in some ericaceous compost with the professional compost, then you're adding acidity into there and hopefully you'll get that lovely blue colour. But of course, the exciting thing is you'll get the colour depending on the soil that you are using, which I think is really interesting. Really simple and easy to look after. So part shady spot, as I said, they're totally winter hardy. You don't need to give any protection to hydrangeas at all. I would recommend you keep them regularly watered though. That's the important thing. Hydrangeas don't like to dry out too much.
Tricks in the name, Hydra.
Yeah. And when this comes to pruning, this is a mophead hydrangea. So it does flower on old growth. Now there's a few different things you can do here. You're never going to hard prune it, basically. So with mop heads, you can just do a little sort of, if you leave the flowers on over winter, what you can do early spring is just trim back behind the faded flowers, because that way you're not cutting into the old growth, which is going to hold the flowering ability for you the following year, that year. But nice and simple, very easy and very, very gorgeous.
Hydrangea mop head standard there in blue. If you want that one, you can get it right now. It's brand new to us in the shed today, but we've still got a £15 saving, even more if you're in the discount club. 511648 will get you that for £25.49. Don't forget that's a delivered price. YGTV 3925 is your offer code. Jay has asked to see the Mojo Berry. He's with us on YouTube today. Nice to see you.
Hello, Jay.
And this is the Mojo Berry, a mulberry of sorts.
A mulberry, but a dwarf mulberry. So this isn't going to take over and get massive. It's going to grow to maybe about 1.2 metres, so about 4 feet in height, but will give you those beautiful berries that you're wanting to grow on here. Great for container... Where am I going?
There you go. Thanks.
What are you doing? Oh, he's going around the mulberry bush. Oh, my word. This was the other joke he did this morning. He put it on the floor in the middle of the potting shed and started walking around it. All right, this is an award-winning plant. It won Plant of the Year at Chelsea in 2017. It is the dwarf variety, compact and robust. You get a late spring profusion of those beautiful white blooms. You get succulent berries that follow into the ruby, glossy black, and these are produced on new and old wood, so you don't have to worry about pruning at all. It is self-pollinating, so nothing to worry about here. Ideal for beginners or experienced alike. You can prune lightly in winter to ensure that you keep and maintain the size of this one, and then you can pick those beautiful berries later on. Any time between sort of July and November is when those berries will have ripened for you, and then you can either eat them raw or you can make jams, you can cook them into cakes or baking or whatever it is you want to do with them.
Sounds really nice. How about a mulberry crumble? Sounds delicious to me.
Ooh, why not?
Jay, let us know if you're going to go for that one. That is the Mojo Berry. It's a mulberry of sorts. £10.19 for club members, which I think you are, Jay. Let us know if that's going to make it into your allotment. Right, we're going to show you a few things you've seen earlier in the show. Just a nice reminder, this is the Dicksonia antarctica, the little tree fern. It's only a 9cm pot, but it's a lovely growing project. You can have this for literally decades. It's like a tortoise of the plant world. You can keep it and pass it down. £8.49 to start that project, and you're going to get a beautiful, long-growing tree fern. Remember, just keep the top moist and don't let it freeze. Those are the two most important things. The Buddleia tricolour we just saw, this is the established 2-litre pot with 3 different colours of Buddleia, the white, the purple and the pink. All together we've got a £3 saving there, and you're going to get it for £14.44 delivered if you're a discount club member. We just saw the blue hydrangea mop head standard, and this is available from us right now with a £15 saving when you use the offer code YGTV 3925. Summer flowering that still looks great at this time of year. Now, if you want the most popular item on the show, that would be the Salvia Amistad. I know Olwyn's already gone for this. Thank you, Olwyn, very much for shopping with us this morning. £9.34, under £10 to a club member, but actually £10.99 for a big established salvia that's going to flower for you at this time of year is a fantastic price. YGTV 3925 is the offer code. You use that at YouGarden.com when you get to checkout, or you can use it on the phones as well. 3 litre Salvia Amistad, you can't beat that price today. The hibiscus hammerbow, we've seen a lot of interest in this one. Exotic looking blooms, loads of them throughout the summer and late summer as well. £14.44 gets you the established plants, and those are winter hardy. They don't need any help getting through the British winter. Just leave them in the pots outside. Sunny position is best if you want to get lots of flowers off those. We've got the viola. These are garden ready plants. The tiger's eye, you get a pack of 10 of those for £8.49. Pop those into your pots. I love the idea that these are little rays of sunshine throughout the winter because they are winter flowering viola. And don't forget, they're edible as well. If you like to decorate your salads with those, you can. Of course, you need to stock up on our compost. You can get 80 litres of this today for £16.97. We did a bit of maths last week, and that is the best price per litre we have done all year on our compost. So if you like a bargain, if you want a saving, go and check now. Do you have a bag left? Do you have 2 bags left? If you've got less than 2, I think stock up on this. You're going to have bulb planting to do throughout the autumn season. You're going to have bare roots to plant. You're going to need to refresh your beds and borders. Grab our compost right now, £16.97. Don't have to believe us. Go and read the reviews. Our most 5-star reviewed product right there. Over 500 5-star reviews just on that one line. And I know if you haven't shopped with us here before in YouGarden, just ask the chat. They'll tell you the difference that makes to their garden. If you're going to do 3 things to improve your gardening.
Yes.
Join the discount club.
Yes.
Watch YouGarden TV.
Yes.
Because it's live and interactive. We can answer all your questions like we did just there for Jay. And use our compost. It's going to make the biggest difference to your gardening world. And then we're here for you every week, all throughout the year, Thursday and Sunday, with all the hints and tips and advice you need. We don't just try and sell you a plant. We'd love it if you wanted to buy some plants, but actually we're here to tell you how to get the best from them, because we want you to enjoy your plant, have a great experience, and come back and ask us for another one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here is the Escalonia Pink L, one of our head gardeners' favourites. Mr. McDermott loves this one. I can't believe the price on this today. Under £13 gets you one of these home, established in the 2 litre pot. What do we like about the Escalonia Pink L?
Well, what's not to like? I mean, it's got beautiful glossy evergreen leaves, and it gives the most delightful colour during the summer months. Between June and October, in waves of flowers, in waves, you get these beautiful flowers on here. So quite densely packed conical-shaped panicles of blooms on the top of each of those stems. And it just keeps coming for you between, as I say, June, July, August, September and October. A lot of them are still flowering beautifully on the nursery at the moment. And then, of course, once those flowers are faded, you have got the evergreen foliage as well. It will grow to about 4 feet height and spread. So if you've got a space in a border somewhere, that's the full size, by the way. It doesn't have to get to that size. You can obviously keep it smaller if you want to. But if you've got the space for it, that, at full size, in the height of summer, is going to be one of the most standout plants in your garden. It 100% is. Just like Ceanothus for me is the most amazing plant in, May time, Escalonia will stand out and look incredible for you. But then, of course, you've got that evergreen foliage and structure on there year round. So think about where you're going to plant it. Find that gap in the border somewhere where you've got maybe deciduous plants and mix this in so that your plant, your garden still looks interesting throughout the winter. Totally winter hardy. Don't worry about any kind of winter protection. You can prune it to shape it to keep it smaller if you want to. I would definitely recommend doing a bit of deadheading. So we can see that this panicle here, where there was a flower, that has faded. So what I would do is chop down behind that flower throughout the flowering season, and that will encourage new blooms to come up for you and hopefully give you even more beauty. You can leave those faded flower heads on over winter if you want to and give a prune in springtime, and then all of that growth will hold those new flowers for you that year. I think it's a stunner.
Fantastic. If you want that one today, under £13 gets the established plant, the size we're showing you right here, home to you, free shipping when you use our offer code YGTV3925. Another evergreen favourite of ours here in the potting shed on YouGarden TV. is the Nandinas. This is the lemon and lime, the latest addition to our Nandina collection, and it is another fantastic price, under £11, £10.19 to get this home for club members, but £11.99 if you're not a club member is still an amazing price with free delivery. Pop down the garden centre, they'll charge you £20 for that, and they're not going to deliver it.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at the colours that you get on there. I mean, the lemon and lime name is absolutely perfect, isn't it? Because you get those wonderful lemon and lime tones to the leaves up at the top there, and then that darker green at the base. A wonderful shrub, this, because you can use this for contrast against maybe some darker foliage plants. I just looked across the potting sheds. There's the pennisetum, for example, over there that's got that wonderful dark foliage. If you were to plant the pennisetum in front of the Nandina, you would get that gorgeous contrast. Maybe you've got the Loropetalum. This would work really nicely next to the Loropetalum, wouldn't it? Because you get that contrast with the darker foliage. I think a hedge border out of that would be gorgeous. It won't be a privacy hedge, because this isn't going to get more than maybe about 3-4 feet.
Yep.
But it would be awesome at kind of sectioning off areas of the garden, perhaps.
Fantastic alternative to like privet or buxus.
Yeah.
You know, the classic sort of hedge varieties. This would be evergreen, multicoloured. And at this price, you could afford to do a nice big long run of them as well.
Definitely. Just create that wonderful hedge border there, and it would be very, very low maintenance because it actually wouldn't need any kind of pruning. It'll spread by about maybe 50, 60 centimetres. So if you are looking at creating a hedge, I would plant them maybe 30, 40 centimetres apart, and that way you'll get it sort of, growing into each other. I think it's a beautiful one. You know how much we love our Nandinas here. We've got a wide range of them, but this is the one that's on the sort of killer deal price at the moment.
Fantastic. If you want to go for it, £10.19 delivered price for club members, £11.99 for everyone else. You've got to use the code YGTV3925 at checkout. That's what gets you the discount. That's what gets you the free shipping. You can also use that on our phone lines, which are open until 4:30 today. If you're looking for the clematis, this is new to the shed today, the Madame Julia Correvon, and you're getting a triple pack here.
Yeah.
A triple pack.
Right.
Of this new clematis to us. It's summer flowering. We'll get it in the ground now, get it established, and this is only £12.73 for all three plants. Those look like rooty beauty.
They really are. I mean, look at the roots poking out the bottom of that pot. It's a proper rooty plant. Loads of growth on these, and you will get obviously so much more growth on them as well. Each one of these plants can grow to about 2.5 metres, and 1.5 metres spread here. So you're getting 3 of them. Think about how many fence panels that's going to cover, because that's going to be awesome, isn't it? I've got, look, everybody's garden is different, but I know how many fence panels I've got because I've got to paint them soon. 36 fence panels.
It's a funny time of year to paint fences.
No, I do it when everything starts dying back in winter.
Oh, okay, so you can see better,
so
yeah.
you can see it better,
Yeah.
or spring before it all starts growing.
That's normally
but I'm normally really busy at that point, so I need to
Easter holidays job for painting fence.
So 36 fence panels. I don't want to look at 36 fence panels. I want to look at beautiful plants instead. So yes, covering up some of those fence panels with gorgeous clematis that'll flower for ages as well. I mean, this normally starts flowering for you from about May time. So, you'll get a few flowers in May, and then it's going to really start prolifically going for you from June, July, August, and into September as well. So you've got summer covered with this beautiful plant. And we know that clematis is really, low maintenance,
simple,
easy gardening. Once you've planted it, you've just got to give it a structure to climb up, and then you're going to prune it once a year. That's kind of it. Pollinator magnet as well. Pollinators absolutely adore this. And the only top tips we ever sort of really give you about clematis is keep its roots in the cold. So like Stu said earlier, when you're at the beach or you're at the pool, you want your top half in the sun and your feet in the pool. That's what keeps you cool, isn't it? So clematis love exactly the same thing, and there's many ways you can do it. You've got one in a pot. The pot is shaded by the furniture. The rest of the plant is in the sunshine. You could put pots around the planting hole. You could cover the planting hole with flat stones. That tends to keep the roots cool, and then the rest of it is in sunshine. Do feed your clematis. They do tend to respond quite well to a feed. That's what's going to give you the best flowering ability.
If you're going to go for the triple pack today, Madame Julia Correvon, she is available right now, £12.73. We know how much YouGarden TV regulars love a clematis. Let us know if you're going for that one right now. If you're looking for some evergreens, we're going to fill in some gaps where things are dying back, ready for winter. ferns are a fantastic solution. You were telling me these are good for the shady corners.
Absolutely, definitely shady spots in the garden. And, you know, we struggle with shady spots, but actually we've got so many solutions for shady spots here. I will never struggle for the shady spots in the garden ever again. The Dicksonia tree fern, the hardy evergreen fern collection, the Fatsia we've got coming up for you in a little while. These are going to work beautifully in those locations. You will get 3 different varieties. Can't exactly guarantee which ones. It depends on, you know, seasonal availability, but they will be wonderful evergreen ferns for you. So fill those shady corners, put them in pots and containers, keep them regularly watered. The great thing with ferns is that they are such low maintenance. Once you've planted them again, there's very little you need to do to them. Keep them regularly watered. They don't want to dry out too much. But I love the fact that slugs and snails just aren't an issue.
That's a really
it's a big thing, isn't it? Because, and do you know what? I think it's because they're one of the oldest species of plant on the planet. Like millions of years, ferns have been around.
Yep.
You know, when you're looking at a fern, you would definitely, I always think walking with dinosaurs, absolutely, because they were around when dinosaurs were around. Millions of years ferns have been on the planet.
Welcome
so I just think
to Jurassic Plants.
I just think that they've evolved, you know. They've been around for such a long time. They've evolved to the point where, you know, slugs and snails aren't a problem. Pests and diseases don't seem to be an issue to them. They just look beautiful constantly.
It's a lovely fern pack of 3 green ferns. And they're only £12.72. If you want to get those today, you can do it right now. Club members, £12.72. You're going to get the triple pack, 3 different ferns, but they're all going to be hardy, they're all going to be evergreen, and they're going to fill those shady spots in your garden without getting ravaged by slugs or snails. We've got our top waves. Was that the cool wave? Which one's the top wave? Which one's the cool wave?
Top wave is up. Top wave is up. Top wave.
Yeah. And then the cool wave. These are the pansy top wave, the biggest ever flowering winter pansy, Bex.
Yeah, so, I mean, exclusive to us at YouGarden, first of all, but you're going to get massive flowers on them. And I love the personality of the flowers that you get from pansies. I just love those faces. I think they're awesome. Sometimes they're smiley, happy, sad, angry. And this is why I love having pansies in the garden.
Plants with a personality.
Yeah, definitely. And look at all the different colours that you're getting included in there as well. This is absolutely the rainbow of colour, isn't it? Look at the quality of the plants as well. So these have been grown on by us, and look at those roots. Really white, fibrous root system. You know that you're going to get rapid growth on these. Now, they are plug plants, so they do need growing on just a little bit. And what I mean by that is get yourself some 9cm pots. Got one here. And then just pop it in. That's it.
Doesn't look like a long job.
I mean, it doesn't take long, honestly. Pop it in, water it on, get it growing for a couple of weeks, and then you'll see amazing growth that appears on here. You know what it's like in September and October. We get wonderful seasonal weather at this time of year. There's still lots of light. There's still plenty of sunshine. There's still plenty of warmth. Your pansies will really get established and then give you this display 4 months. Honestly, you'll go right the way through winter. You'll go into spring and maybe even up to summer as well, where you will have all of this gorgeous colour. And all you've got to do is a little bit of deadheading. So do just keep deadheading throughout the winter. Once a week is absolutely fine. Keep your baskets and your pots watered, and maybe a little feed. That will help them to get through as well.
Please go for those today. It's a 12 pack, only £10.19. Bye-bye, Olwyn.
Bye, Olwyn.
One of
nice
our regulars in the
Thanks
YouTube chat. Thank you for coming, and enjoy your salvia amistad. We can show you that again before the end of the show if we've got time. We're here at our compost because this is the time of year when you need to stock up, but this is the time of year where we've made the pounds per litre of our compost the best it's ever been. I don't understand. The economics here at YouGarden is bonkers. We're like, tell you what, let's put the price of the compost up. Yeah, good. And then let's give everybody 5% more discount than they used to get. Okay, so now it's less than it was before. Yeah, and then we're going to put the price back where it was. Oh, okay. And then what are you going to do when you get to autumn when everyone needs more compost? Oh, we'll just drop the price again.
Drop the price again. Yeah. The thing is, it is a peak time for us with compost. We sell compost all year round, and it's our most popular one. But we have 2 peak seasons, don't we? It's spring and it's autumn, because obviously that's when people are doing the majority of their planting.
Indeed.
But yeah, we're bringing you a great deal. It's on the 2 40-litre bags that you're getting here, but price per litre versus the 100 litres, you're still winning on this one. So stock up on these ones. A bit easier to carry around the garden as well.
We should do a triple pack.
We should.
3 40-litre bags would actually be fantastic value, but I think there's something about There's probably weight limits. We can't put 3 40-litre bags in a box. The couriers won't take them.
Maybe. Right, well, look, you're getting the best compost here. And I know we go on about this all the time, but genuinely you are getting the best compost for the health and vitality of your plants. If you look at the board here, this is a comparison between a standard compost and our premium professional compost. And you can really see the difference. Stu's got one of those top wave plugs for you. The white fibrous root system, you can see the health of that plant. The plant that's got the strongest root system is going to be the plant that's going to be bigger, better, more flowers, more fruit, deal with changing weather conditions, deal with pests and diseases better, deal with any stresses that it has. And that is why you need the best compost. I just want to shake people to let them know, for people that think that any old compost will do, I really want to let you know how wrong that is. And I've learnt this myself. I have been the person who thought any old compost will do. And then I started using this and I saw the amazing results. A plant rescue, as the lovely lady earlier showed us. What was her name? Plant rescue, who was it?
It was the rose.
Gillian, wasn't it?
Gillian Rose,
yes. It was Gillian. The plant rescue is just, that tells you everything that you need to know. A sick, ailing plant can be brought back to life with this compost. Imagine what it'll do to a really beautiful, healthy plant.
I just wanted to point out as well, so those are the plug plants. We've got a lot of things here ourselves in this compost, because this is what we use on the nursery. You get the results that we get because we all use the same thing. The magical hydrangeas, so we took a lot of these on at the start of the year as bare root. These are some of those that were grown on from bare root in these pots by us at our secret growing on facility. And look how good and healthy this plant is. I can't describe to you the amount of weight in that root right now. That is a massively healthy hydrangea.
Yeah.
And it's been grown in this compost because we wouldn't use anything else. If we were trying to get a plant grown on and healthy, we use this. We want you to get the same results as us, so you can use exactly the same materials we use. #1 selling, top-rated, premium professional compost. The bags are white because the value is in the bag, not on the bag. We don't need to write a load of claims all over the packaging when the results speak for themselves, when the reviews tell us how happy everyone who's bought it is with what they're getting. Get it right now, 2 40-litre bags, £16.97. That's the best value we've done all year. Bex, who's talking to us in the emails today?
All right, well, I'm going to go to Neil next. He sent us an email that says Pansy Top Wave. So, hi, Bex, Stuart and team. Here's my pre-planted Pansy Top Wave hanging baskets. You can see my Salvia Amistad near it, as well as my Pansy Top Wave in the basket on the shed wall.
Neil doesn't need to shop today. He's got everything.
They took a battering in heavy rainfall all day, but are back standing tall now. Let's have a little look, shall we?
How's he managed to get all that in one photo? I need to see.
Here we go. Well,
Love
look.
it, Neil.
So much going on here. So, we've got the Pansy...
Those are the top waves?
Are those the top waves?
Yeah,
you've got the Pansy top waves in there. I'm noticing you've got your Cortaderia tiny pamper.
Love a tiny
You've
pamper.
got your gorgeous Rudbeckia down there.
And the Sunbeckia, he's got both.
And the Sunbeckia. And is that the Salvia Amistad there then?
I think it must be.
I think it looks like it.
Is that an Acer at the back?
Yeah.
Done with the, yeah.
Oh, Neil, I love it.
We like Neil's garden. Great work, Neil.
Thank you, Neil. Appreciate it.
Can't wait to see those top waves get a bit fuller.
Right, David sent Ginger and Mojo Berry. Are they okay on fruit or flowers?
Ooh.
I don't know what. Hang on. What is the?
That's the Hedychium.
Is it?
Ginger lily.
He's got the ginger lily.
He's going to need to bring those indoors soon, isn't he? Because those need winter protection.
Oh. Ginger lily. And
those
what's
are
the next
massive,
one?
though.
Is that the Circidophyllum?
Toffee apple.
Toffee apple.
Could be.
That could be the toffee apple there. What do you mean, are they okay on... Oh, sorry.
Take your time, Bex.
Sorry. Are they okay on fruit or flowers? I don't understand the question. Ginger and Mojo... Oh, it's the Mojo Berry. I don't understand what you're asking me, Dave. I'm so sorry. I might be being really thick right now. Send it again. I don't know the question.
Try and reword it for us a little bit. And we'll figure
Sorry,
out.
Dave.
We can try and figure out what we have to, Dave. We're
Right.
here to help. Only if we understand.
YouTube. Jay, we did that, didn't we? We did the Mojo Berry. Is Alice joined the chat as well? People saying hello to Alice.
The Alice.
The Alice, she's in. Owen had to disappear. I don't think there's anything else for me to catch up on in the chat. You're all talking to each other, which is really nice. If you do want to join the chat, by the way, we're here on YouTube. Matt, are you looking at Facebook? Hello, Naomi on Facebook.
Oh, well, it's nice to see Naomi as well.
Hello, Anne on Facebook. Mark, Penny, hello to you all. Don't want to ignore you on Facebook. Hello to everybody on Facebook. If you've got any questions, then drop it in the chat either on Facebook or on YouTube. Or, of course, do send us the emails. I have now caught up on emails, I believe.
Well done.
So if you want to send any emails, it's ygtv@yougarden.com. We love showing you pictures. And if you've got any questions, please just put them in there.
The live chat's always the quickest way. And don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, you can sling it to your smart TV.
You can.
Really easy to do. If you're watching on your phone and your phone and your TV are on the same network, you can throw the picture from your phone, and then you can still type chat on your phone while watching the big screen on the TV. And then if you need to go to our website and do a bit of shopping, you've still got your phone free for that as well. Dual screening, it's really cool.
Love it.
I'm such a nerd. Right,
Yeah, you are.
This is the Fatsia, one of my favourites, the Fatsia Spider's Web Japonica. We love this one. The variegated leaves on this, and so easy to take care of.
Yeah.
And as I said earlier, it's one of those plants, a little bit like the Nandina. It's not bothered.
Not bothered.
No?
No, it's not bothered at all. Now, this is an absolute stunner. I currently have...
I'll have to find mine.
I currently have 5 Fatsias, 2 of which are this one. Now, I think this is an absolute stunner. This is the one that's got the variegated leaves. Look at all the mottling and marbling that you've got on the leaves. Look how different every single leaf is as well. Now, I did a video on TikTok a few weeks ago. It was on a different product, but the one I've got in a pot, the Fatsia I've got in the pot, was just behind me in the video. Everybody came in saying, what's that plant behind you? I'm like, I'm not talking to you about that one. I'm talking to you about this one.
Stealing the show.
But so many people commented on the plant in the pot behind me because it really does stand out. And I always say this about the variegated ones. They do, I don't know what it is. There's something about the variegation that makes them stand out. It makes them pop. I flipping love a Fatsia.
Good.
Because 2 reasons. They love a shady spot.
Good reason.
And they will grow in clay soil.
Nice.
Now, you all know I've got clay soil in my garden. It can be an absolute nightmare. It's hard to dig. It slows the growth rate of plants down. It's really nutrient rich, but it does tend to slow the plants down, and sometimes it just isn't for them, and it will unalive a plant. However, my Fatsia is growing away quite happily in that clay soil. So it's a real problem solver for clay soil gardens, but also the shady spots. It'll also get really big as well. Now, I'm going to visit my friends who live up in Grimsby, who have got the Fatsia. Oh, my word. He's linked in to his camera at home. This is live footage. Are you joined?
Yeah, I suppose I can mirror that. There it is in the garden.
He's got live footage from his security camera at home
I hope
of
the
his
missus doesn't walk into the garden right now.
Especially if she walks out with no top on or something. I do that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's my garden. I walk around
Bex.
naked
There it is,
constantly.
right in the middle of the garden moment. That is the Fatsia Spider's Web, and it's looking absolutely enormous. That started the size you see here. I've had it just under 2 years, and look at the size of it. It's the most beautiful thing in the garden all year through.
Yeah. And it does go through the winter as well. So honestly, this is a winter hardy plant. Sometimes it looks a bit droopy in the frost, but as soon as it's past, it perks up again. It will get big if you let it. So it can get to 2-3 meters height spread. So in a border, fantastic for that shady corner. But you can hard prune it as well. So every few years, if it gets too big, once you get to spring, you can chop it back and it will regrow for you. But of course, you can contain the size of it by keeping it in a smaller container.
Can't believe the pricing we're doing on the plants in the shed today. Amazing value here at YouGarden TV. £16.99 gets you the 3-litre potted Fatsia Spider's Web. What an amazing plant. We all love it. As you can see, me and Bex absolutely rave about this one. If you want one too, you can get one today from us with free shipping when you use our offer code on screen. We've also got a hydrangea here. These ones, as I said, we grew these on ourselves earlier in the year from the bare roots. And this is the Magical series. The head gardener was telling me magical means that they're the colour-changing flowers.
Yeah, you do. You get colour-changing flowers on these. So often they'll change through various shades of sort of a creamy colour through to a lime greeny colour. And sometimes you get a blush pink going on there as well. The great thing with the Magical Matterhorn is actually this is a more compact hydrangea. So this one's only going to grow to about 80 by 80 centimetres.
It's compact. Why did we name it after a mountain?
I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I don't get it. So you've got the 80 by 80 centimetres, so just under sort of 3 feet height and spread here. And you're going to get those flowers in summertime, so June, July, August. As you can see, we're in September, and this one is still producing flowers for us.
Beautiful.
Now, it is, it's like a paniculata, so you don't need to worry about pruning on this one. It will flower on new growth, so you can just trim this one back early springtime, and any new growth that comes through will hold those flowers. I'm pretty sure this is one of the 4 that I planted earlier this year.
I have planted 4 hydrangeas, but you can't remember what they are.
I put the labels on.
Oh, that's good then.
I put the labels on the pots, which I wouldn't normally do, but I did this time. I'm pretty sure
Smart
I planted it. Now, what I did with mine was, on the new plant, I did give it a little trim, sort of early August, because it's a new plant, and you know the weight of the flowers was holding it down a little bit. But actually, what that's done is it's sent up new shoots. It's giving me structure and stability at the base of the plant. And now I'm going to have those wonderful blooms every year for many years. Hydrangeas can be very long-lived. Keep them in pots and containers. This is perfectly suited to a pot because it's a bit more compact.
Yep.
So I've got them in the, I think it's the 30 litre heavy duties I've put them in, and I keep them in a slightly shady position. They like a little bit of sunshine, but they don't want to be in that sunshine all day long. And I do keep them regularly watered as well because they just don't like to dry out. So it's a beautiful one, this one. Great for smaller spaces.
If you like the magical Matterhorn, for all the reasons Bex just told us, flowers on the new growth, that's always a really good one for me because I don't have to be too careful about the pruning. I could just take it to the height I want and it's going to flower when it comes back. £14.44 for club members, $16.99 for everyone else. Your postage is always included on everything you see on YouGarden TV when you use this week's offer code YGTV 3925. Those codes last about 2 weeks. When the show's gone off the website, then the code's no longer working. We're going to show you a few of your favourites from the live today. This is the Pansy Top Wave, the biggest ever flowering pansy that we sell, and it's exclusive to YouGarden right now. You can get 12 of the plug plants, grow them on a little bit, and you'll be able to plant them out into your hanging baskets, into your containers in a couple of weeks' time. £10.19 to get those delivered. Price for club members today. Those are really popular. Salvia, of course, Olwyn went for one of these. Let us know in the chat if you had one as well. It is huge, 3 litre plant. It's still flowering right now, so it could be flowering for you again this time next year. You can be absolutely brutal with how low you cut these back because they just keep growing and growing and growing. Really good survivable plant. It's going to get through the British winters with no help whatsoever. £9.34, under £10 to get that delivered for club members today. Also popular at our garden, ready bedding, including the Viola Sorbet Tiger's Eye. These are the petite flowers with the bright colours, a little beam of sunshine in the winter. These are going to flower all the way through winter and into spring for you next year, getting us through the colder months. £8.49 is for a 10-pack, and now these are garden ready. They're bigger than the Top Wave plugs. They're ready to go in the garden, into your baskets, into your containers. They can go in the ground right now. We've also had the Pink L today, Escalonia. This is the evergreen shrub, one of our head gardeners' favourites, and it flowers for you throughout the summer. It's got those glossy leaves, it's got the pink flowers, perfect for pollinators, as endorsed by the RHS, and endorsed by us with a fantastic price, £12.74 for club members today. Don't forget, these are all delivered prices when you shop at yougarden.com and use our offer code. The Hibiscus Hammerbow, exotic oriental looking blooms, maybe even Hawaiian style here. It's going to be covered in those flowers all the way through the summer and late summer for you, but it's hardy, it gets through the British winters, and it also goes in pots and containers in your garden. Just give it a sunny spot and it's going to be perfectly happy. The Rose of the Week, Margaret Merrill is here. This one with the royal ties, featured at Diana and Charles's wedding, this rose, and that's some heritage if you want it right there. Our Rose of the Week is for a special price only until next Wednesday. You can get this for £14.44 delivered. That is ridiculous value. Free shipping for club members, $16.99 for everyone else. And also today we have the ferns. This is the triple pack. You're getting 3 different hardy evergreen ferns. These will go in shady corners. These will survive the winters, and they're going to fill those gaps out perfectly for you without getting ravaged by slugs or snails. If you want to go for those today, £12.72 for the triple pack, 560213. Thank you to everyone who's chosen to spend some time with us today. We are going to be live until 12 o'clock midday. If you want to watch the show back, you can do it on the website, you can do it on Facebook, you can do it on YouTube, anytime. Just go back after the live if you want to see something we did again, or if you've got questions for us you need answering, come back on Sunday. We'll be live from 9:30. It's Sean and Adam. for you this week. Bex, we have some more bulbs. We've got bulbs, it's bulb planting season.
Yeah.
And we've got the Pennisetum, you can see there, the Grimmy sent us the picture of his looking great earlier. We're starting with the Tulip Purple Paradise. Did you grow these last year? I think you grew some.
I know, I didn't do the Purple Paradise. I can't believe I didn't. I am going to grow them this year because I have got my bag of Purple Paradise ready to plant. I hope you're stocking up on your bulbs. Tulips, I want you to get them now because obviously we do sell out of them, but I don't want you to plant them until sort of end of October going into November.
Okay.
Tulip bulbs just want to be planted a little bit later. This one is one of our best sellers every single year.
Where do I keep them while I'm waiting to plant?
Just somewhere dark and cool. You don't need to worry about it too much. Your kitchen cupboard will be fine. Garage, shed, something like that.
Okay.
Adam always says that he hangs his up to stop the if you've got problems with rodents.
Or something.
Yeah, he uses the little holes in the bag and just puts them on hooks up in his shed.
There could be 9 squirrels hiding in that plant, I wouldn't know.
Exactly. But yeah, a kitchen cupboard or something will be absolutely fine. Just don't put them, on the windowsill or something. But what you're getting with Purple Paradise is the mixture of all the purples and obviously some whiter tones in there as well. I love the fimbriata edges. Those that one there, look, where you get that lovely ruffled edge on it, like somebody's taken the pinking shears to it. Just adds a gorgeous bit of interest in there. And the Purple Paradise mix is that classy colour scheme, isn't it? It's just that wonderful. And we saw a lot of it when we were at Chelsea Flower Show earlier this year, didn't we? That purple colour scheme works so very well. It is elegant and beautiful. They're hardy plants. They just want to be planted a little bit later on in the season, and they're going to grow to about 50 centimetres in height. They want a sunny spot, they want to go in the ground, or they want to go into pots and containers, ideally some free draining soil. Actually, I think that's what happened. I planted these into my clay soil and they didn't make it. I think that's what it was. So yes, I do now plant my tulip bulbs and bulbs in general personally into pots and containers just because they don't like to sit soggy and wet over winter.
In good compost, avoid the clay.
That's it.
Don't plant until the end of October.
Certainly end of October, even going into November, sort of mid-November would be the perfect time. It's just too warm for tulip bulbs at the moment, basically. Other bulbs, no problem. It's just too warm for tulips at the moment.
Let's get your Purple Paradise, and right now, £8.49 for a packet of those, and we're going to send them to you straight away. Keep them dry until you plant them at the end of October. We've also got the springtime doubles. These are really exotic-looking flowers. Some people call these the peony tulip.
Indeed, they do, yeah, because they've got that lovely sort of resemblance to peony flowers. You've got the wonderful kind of petalicious look to these particular tulips, and of course you have got that lovely range of colour with them. They come to you as a bag of, I think it's 15 bulbs, not 20. A bag of 15 bulbs that you're going to be getting here.
I made the graphic, I'm sorry.
And you're going to get that lovely rainbow of colour, elegant stems that you've got here to be able to cut those flowers to bring them indoors. Winter hardy, gorgeous, gorgeous plant. I think people will look at them and wonder whether they're a tulip, which I actually quite like. I love it when it's a little bit unusual and people ask questions then, don't they?
Yeah. So why not have these grabbing attention, starting conversations for you in the springtime next year, but get them in the ground in October. £8.49 gets you the pack of the springtime doubles. Peony-like tulips. Those look really exotic and different. If you want those, please go for them today. Right. Earlier on, we had an email from our friend Grimmy. He's up in Yorkshire, and he was growing this one, the Tiny Tails Pennisetum. I know Adam, who you see in the shed with us from time to time as well. He's a big fan of this one, and we spotted it on the nursery earlier in the year and just went, we have to bring this to them on YouGarden TV. People have to see how glorious this plant is. We've discounted it even more than usual, £10 off today, down to $19.99, and then club members get their 15% discount, down to $16.99. Bex, do you want one of these? Have you got one of these?
I've got one of these, absolutely.
Where's it going to go?
So mine is in a pot on my patio. It's just in front of the tower pot that the jasmine is growing in. Now I've got the pink jasmine, so I've still got those lovely pink flowers on there. This produces these lovely kind of pink tiny tails that you've got on here as well. So I just thought that was a really nice combination. Now this is just a stunning, stunning plant. If you want low maintenance beauty, look at this. Dark, moody foliage. You've got some really sort of dark tones to the grassy leaves, but also some quite vibrant green in there as well. And then you get these flower spikes that appear in summertime, and they come out in this glorious shade of pink. They will age and they will mature into a more biscuit tan colour, but I just think that is stunning. Our pink pampas grass, for example, has been so very popular this year. People people are, astounded by pink pampas. And you've got a similar look going on here with the pink grass flowers that you're getting on this one, but it's more compact. So this is only going to grow to about 50 centimetres by about 30 or 40 centimetres. So perfect for container growing, but could go in the ground as well. It is half hardy, let's say half hardy for this one. I'm going to give this a bit of winter protection.
Okay.
So obviously mine's growing in a pot, so I could move that if I need to. My garden's pretty sheltered, and the pot I've got is right next to the conservatory. So that's the protection I'm giving mine.
Fleecy blanket or not necessary?
No, I don't think it's necessary. It depends on where you live. I'm saying half hardy, so down to -5 occasionally. For prolonged exposure, then definitely think about a little bit of extra winter protection. But a nice sheltered spot in the garden, and hopefully that will do the job for the most of us.
So the grass-like foliage is gorgeous on this, but it's got the blacks and the greens running through it, multicoloured grass-like foliage, but then these little tails, the tiny tails, they're so soft and silky. Once you touch them, you will just sit here all day stroking them.
They're lovely, and I love the
like
movement.
A little creature of some sort, and they've got the pink tinge to them as well. Absolutely beautiful. If you want one of those today, join the club. You can be in good company with Bex and Sean and Adam and Grimmy, who have all got one. Let us know if you're going to get one today. I know Neil's got one as well. Thank you, Neil, for letting us know that. Please get that today. Penniseed and Tiny Tails, only $16.99 for Discount Club members. Free shipping when you use the code YGTV3925 when you get to check out on the website or on the phones. We had a look at this earlier for Jay. He was interested in the mulberry, our mojo berry today. Now, is this one easy to grow? Because I don't know this is a common fruit in the UK. I know people who grow strawberries, who grow honeyberries, who grow raspberries, but I don't know many people who grow a mulberry.
No,
is that because
very
it's
true.
difficult?
No, not at all. It's this should be a relatively simple plant to grow. It's an award-winning one plant of the year at Chelsea in 2017. I think that's because it's a dwarf variety, so it's compact and it's robust. It can cope with winter weather. That's not an issue at all. And then it's also self-pollinating too. So it's not like you need loads of different varieties and things planted together. It's kind of an ideal plant for beginners, really. You're only going to prune it sort of once a year, maybe lightly in winter time. I would definitely consider feeding. Is this what you were talking about earlier, Dave? Hang on a minute, because I'm just going to check the email.
Okay, just see if he's come back to us.
He did. He said, mojo berry. He's not had any fruits or flowers. So what I'm going to recommend to you, Dave, is feeding, basically. So it is self-pollinating, and that should help to get the fruits and the flowers and those fruits and flowers to set. But sometimes a plant just needs a bit of a helping hand, particularly if you're container growing. So a blooming fast feed would be perfect for it. You can add things like well-rotted manure, those sorts of, maybe you don't want to do that, but you can add those sorts of things in to replenish the soil composition, particularly if you're growing in pots and containers, because obviously it will deplete its nutrients throughout the growing season. So if you're not feeding already, give it a little feed, and then what will happen is you should get lots of flowers that happen in the springtime, and those will then turn into the fruits that you'll be picking later on in the winter. And those fruits could be appearing from about June, and then you want them to ripen into those nice dark mulberries that you can see there.
If you're looking for that one today, the Mojo Berry Morris Matsunaga. I hope I'm saying that right. £10.19 as all club members are going to play for that today, or £11.99 if you're not in the club. That's a nice established plant. Follow Bex's advice, and hopefully we'll get some fruit off that for you today. I think Matt just told me we've got a deal on the Blooming Fast. If you want to add this into your basket today, you've got $19.99 for one tub, but $29.99 for a twin pack. If you want to get that one, the item number is 100194. You might pay postage on that, but look out if you've got a $6.99 postage voucher still on your account. Maybe that would be a good time to use that or add it into your order. It's still very good value, even if you're going to pay the shipping on it. We've got an Agapanthus for you next. Now, these are still looking good. Yeah. Is it usual for Agapanthus to flower this late into the year, Bex?
Well, certain varieties, yes. Other varieties, no. So this one is flowering, and it's
away because what you see the flowers.
It's because it's a re-blooming variety. So a lot of Agapanthus will have been done and gone by now, absolutely. But you can still have flowers. You can still have Agapanthus flowers by having the pop in purple. So this can be flowering through the months of June to September. and that's because it is a reblooming variety. You get the dark purple buds that open up into these sort of intense violet coloured flowers here. It's really simple and easy to look after. It's another half hardy one, so just mulch in winter. That's all you need to do with this to get it through, so that you can have all of this beauty next year. Grows to about, I mean, you can get up to about sort of 60 centimetres height from the flowers, and you know the base of this can spread by about maybe 45, 50 centimetres. So you imagine how many flower spikes you will get from that one clump of, one plant. You can get multiples, 15, 20, 25 flowers, but it will constantly rebloom for you as well. Little bit of deadheading will help to keep those ones coming through for you. And the top tip, as we always tell you with agapanthus, is give it a hug. I don't mean a physical one. I mean you need to hug the roots. They want to have those restricted roots, and that's what encourages those blooms to come through. That is what they're looking like on the nursery at the moment. So that is, I mean, this is the display that you could be having in your garden. If you love agapanthus, you get a few different varieties. You can have months and months worth of agapanthus flowers. And this is exactly what we mean by restricted roots. Let
these get root bound. So I've just pulled this one out of the pot because we always like to show you this. This was actually deforming the pot. It was changing the shape of the pot it was in.
That's what it wants.
Because the roots are so hard pushed against the side of the container. So don't go on into a massive pot with these. Go onto something a little bit bigger, or go onto something a little bit bigger, and then if you want them in the ground, bury them in the pot to keep them contained. And look at those. I always think those roots look like big ramen noodles. And that's how you know you've got a healthy agapanthus. I can't get that back in now. It was so tight in. Don't damage the plant. And you can get flowers and displays like that throughout the year. The agapanthus Poppin' Purple, that is a triple pack for just over £6 each if you're a club member. £17 saving on buying those individually on our website. 560963 is what you need if you're looking for those. We're going to show you a few of the things that have been your favourites, that have been our favourites on YouGarden TV today, including the Pansy Top Wave. This one, the plug plants have been very, very popular. They are exclusive to us here at YouGarden TV. You can get them now for £10.19, and those will be delivered to you as well, included in the price you pay, because we're just so generous. Get those now. A lot of people are growing those for next year. You don't want to find out that you're the one person who's missed out. Garden ready bedding popular today, the Tiger's Eye Viola sorbet. So these are ready to go straight out into the garden right now, into your pots, into your containers, into your borders. £8.49 gets you 10 of the garden ready pops of colour, and these are going to grow multiple flowers from each plant, growing all the way through till spring as well. We've also had the hibiscus hamabo, easy for me to say, tropical looking blooms. I think they could be growing in Eastern Asia, they could be growing in Hawaii, but they're not going to grow in your garden here in the UK. They're hardy as well, those bicoloured blooms just need a sunny spot, perfectly happy in pots and containers. £14.44 to club members. We've had a lot of interest in our Dicksonia antarctica. This is the project plant, we call it. Grow it from a small one, but it's really happy in a pot. Really easy to grow. Just keep the top moist and don't let it freeze. And you're going to have this for decades. That Jurassic look in your garden with the Dicksonia tree fern for only £8.49. We've also had a new rose this week. The rose of the week is Margaret Merrill with that royal tie-in. This is the one that was at Charles and Diana's wedding. Oh, to have been a guest there. £14.44 gets this one home for you club members in a 4-litre pot from our wonderful growing partners at Harkness Roses. So much heritage in their company, so much heritage in this rose, but it's just a beautiful white floribunda, loads of flowers all at the same time in the summer. The Escallonia, this is the pink L. This is a evergreen plant, and it's also pink flowering with the glossy foliage, happy in a pot, happy to be grown in most soil types as well. Give it a nice sunny spot and it's going to be ever so happy in your garden. No winter protection needed on that one, either one of our head gardeners' favourites. Also, we have the Clematis. Now we know that our viewers love the Clematis, and this is one we haven't had before, the Madame Julia Coravon. She's going to flower from May all the way through to September with these pink star-shaped blooms that you can see. Pop it in a sunny spot, but as Bex was advising us, remember the analogy, if you want your feet in the pool and your top in the sun, keep those roots cool for the best results. And these can go in the ground right now, and grow and flower for you next summer. We also had the Nandina. This is the lemon and lime, our latest Nandina to our collection of Nandinas here at YouGarden TV. If you've not grown them before, they're evergreen, they're really adaptable, really survivable, they're not fussy about where you put them really at all. £10.19 gets you the size you can see on screen right there, big established 2-litre pot for you. £10.19 is all you'll pay club members to get that home when you use the offer code YGTV 3925. A few things we haven't had a chance to show you today, but don't forget, we are going to come back for you on Sunday from 9:30 a.m. We'll be here live. £16.97 gets you 3 of the Canna Tropicana. They are exotic, they are beautiful. You can get them through the British winter as well. And honestly, the size of those we've got at the moment is enormous. You won't believe how well-established plant you're getting for such a little price. We also had the Allium Bubble Bath. Now, we're going to be honest, these are almost done flowering for the year. They're not going to look like this, but they will look like this next year when you get them. £19 saving on this one, under £17 for 3 pots of these in the 9cm containers, and you'll have these views again next summer because they are perennial. They'll establish in the ground, they'll get bigger, they'll get happier, and they're going to bloom into these lovely light purple colours for you next year. Get those alliums planted. We also had the Callistemons. We've had such a rush on these this year. I can't believe how busy we've been for the Callistemon standards, but we're going to clear them out for you. We're doing a pair with a £30 saving. Discount club members, you're getting these for a shade over £21 each, and you can get 2 of the standards delivered today, £42.48 for that Australian native grown into a standard by us here at YouGarden. Also, don't forget to double up on this. This is our 300 spring bulb collection. So these can start going in the ground now. Double up. You can see the double up deal there. Put 2 of these in your basket. So you go and find it on the website, put 2 of them in your basket, then type in our offer code at checkout, YGTV 3925. The price is going to come down and you're going to pay £12.50 for a collection of 300 bulbs. That is ridiculous when you also consider you're not paying any shipping as a YouGarden TV customer. Hang on, and actually I'm saying like £12.50 per pack of 300. That doesn't include your club discount. So it's going to be even less to club members. That's bonkers value, absolutely bonkers value. If you're looking for bulbs, you need to fill in those borders, you need to fill in your pots and containers. You're going to follow Bex's lasagna planting examples. Perfect pack to do that with, 630050. We've got a few more things to show you. We're nearly done for today. We're going off at 12 o'clock. You can watch the show back anytime on the website, YouTube or Facebook, wherever you find us. Matt just wants to tell you about the heavy duty pots. They're always popular here. You get a 4-pack of these today, £16.97 for the toughest pot you're ever going to see. These are really, really tough pots. They're proper tough. These are really strong. We have launched these, we've hit them with spades. We've all grown so much in these. Bex, what's growing in these for you at the moment?
Oh, everything. Because I planted so many things in pots this year. So I've got 4 different hydrangeas planted in there. I've got a cherry tree. I've got my appletini. I've got all my cherry bushes growing in there. Roses. I've got a couple of roses growing in there as well. Anything that you can see in the pot. I've got a fern growing in one of them as well, my fern rescue, because it got waterlogged in a pot. So I put it into a heavy duty because it's not going to get waterlogged in here. And it's all to do with those drainage holes in the bottom. Every single thing that we have brought into the potting shed today, you can grow in this pot. The drainage holes are awesome. There is absolutely no way that your plants can stay waterlogged in there. I mean, there's so many holes all in the bottom, but also the big ones around the side as well. So these cannot get blocked. There is always somewhere for the water to escape from. They're tough, they're sturdy, they've got the handles as well. I love having the handles on these pots because when you're moving things around the garden, you can easily do it with 2 of you, share the load, or it makes it easier if you're lifting and heavy and carrying it on by yourself as well. Now, yes, they are wonderful as a planting pot, but you can use it for decanting your compost in to then, do your planting with. You can collect all your deadheads and your cuttings and things into there before it goes on the compost heap or into the bin. You can stack your bamboo canes in there so they're not falling about all through the shed. You can store your gardening equipment in there, the dog's toys. I use them for recycling. I put my I've got 2 of them.
Found it. There's Adam
He's
savaging
really
the pot with his garden tools.
And they're big as well. This is the beautiful thing. You can grow so many things in there. You know, big established plants. If you went for like the callistemon shrub, for example, we had one here in the potting shed that had been growing in there for a few years, and it was as tall as me. So you can still grow big plants in the containers.
If you're going for those, please make sure you get them in your basket today before you check out. That is 130011 gets you the 4-pack. You're getting 4 of those today, $16.97 to club members. We've got 1 minute left just to tell you about the Salvia Amistad. This has been super popular today. Under £10 to club members. You can get that home in the 3-litre pot, 560 516. I know the Echinacea was the deal of the week, but I really think that is an absolute steal. Please get one now. A load of these are still in flower on the nursery, and you could be so savage. Cut them right down. They just keep coming back, and they keep flowering. Bex, when are you back?
Oh, next week. I'm having a few days off.
If you want to join Bex on TikTok this afternoon, she's going to be there from 1 p.m. with some different plants, some different offers, different deals. Join us for the fun and games there on TikTok as well. YouGarden TV is going to be back 9:30 Sunday morning with Adam, fresh off his holiday, and Sean Ryan. I'll be back in the shed doing the usual job as well for a Sunday morning from 9:30. Join us on YouTube, YouGarden's Facebook page, or YouGarden's website. Wherever you watch us, you're always welcome. Join Bex in an hour on TikTok. She's going to be there until 4 o'clock.
Yep.
Had a great time here on YouGarden TV today. Thanks to everyone who's watching. Thanks to everyone who shopped with us, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.